If your retirement plan is mostly what if and a little fingers crossed, you deserve better answers than that. Check out Wealth and Wisdom Saturdays at 7 a.m. here on KMOX. I'm Gary Goldberg. Call 800-966-1690.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Good afternoon, St. Louis, DGS 1041 FM KMOX. Man, we're getting a monsoon downtown.
It's crazy, man.
Looking out the KMOX window, which we could open if we wanted to.
Let the rain pour into the studio.
Yeah, come on in.
Couldn't hurt things.
Make it more humid in here.
Yeah, I think it can do some damage in that way. Plus, electronics and such, probably a little close to the window.
Man, it's spitting, though. Look at that.
It really is. Yeah, anything we do to the studio, I think we could pretty effectively just blame Ranji. That was Gas House Gang kind of problem.
They wouldn't believe us. The higher ups would be like that. We knew it was you.
You think they know we're up to no good?
I think if anyone's getting pinned on like something bad happening, come on.
If anyone burns down the studio because they needed a series of scented candles, I think they're going straight for you.
They're not going to approach Debbie Monterey about that.
You're right. I already stole the Thanksgiving pumpkin bread. So.
Why is the lighting so jacked up on the screen? Because we're in a dark room. There are almost no lights on in here. It's pouring outside. And yet, in Rachel's shot and Andrew's shot, well, Andrew at least has a light behind him, but we've got nothing, and it looks bright, and it's strange.
Well, because if you look behind you, those clouds, while pouring down monsoon-level rains, are awful bright.
Yeah, right, there's no lights above me. There's not a light on above me, and yet I'm glowing like I've got, the whole silly light thing going on, on the ceiling. There's nothing on.
It's natural lighting.
Is it coming off my forehead?
It's just coming off of the window, man.
You should shut up, because you two both look great.
Rach looks like she's coming out of the sky. Like,
yeah.
Descending. Put your arms out. Actually, it kind of looks like, what's her name? Arwen from Lord of the Rings.
Ooh.
She comes out of the light, and now you can see her face. It kind of looks like that.
Everyone, so when that movie first came out, everyone would always say that Arwen looked like my mom.
Oh.
And my mom does kind of look like Liv Tyler.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
Remember when she came to my stand-up show and you were terrified?
I was nervous. And one of the worst parts was happening, and I looked over and I saw her doubled over laughing. I was like, okay, we're good.
Yeah. I always get
She's got a sense of humor.
Andrew, how mad were you at Kevin last night when he sent us a picture of his dinner?
I was pretty mad. It felt like someone soft launching that they're going to be out of work for a week because he sent us. Because there's one thing in the entire universe that you're not supposed to eat right now, and that is lettuce, because it is, there could have the parasite on it, because I think we executed everybody who works for the FDA. I think we made them walk the plank, and there's just none left.
Just rounded them up.
Now, you're not far off, we did used to track
this disease. Yes.
Is it just like the screw worm where we used to track it, and now we don't?
They fired everybody.
Yep. Great.
Yeah, thanks. I don't know if that's an RFK or an Elon or both, but they can both get this diarrhea disease and
it's all coming
live with
together
it.
for us.
And Kevin sent us last night what I could only describe as 1 pound of shredded lettuce.
Yeah, I didn't eat all of that. That was just like the container it was
in a I suppose you'd call it a vat.
It was a big plastic container.
I think when a container is that big, it's technically a vat, a cauldron.
Yeah, but I only had a portion of that as a side salad with my dinner.
And he was like, I'm taking the risk. And I was like...
It was previously bagged. It's not one of the things that's been recalled. They're recalling it from all the places where there have been problems. So
Kevin was, in 2020, Kevin was sending us group chats of him, breathing out of strangers' nostrils.
Just
going, I'm taking the risk.
Hugging strangers without masks. Yeah.
What kind of salad you like or what kind of dressing you like on your side salad?
I'm a big fan of the Thousand Island. That's like my go-to.
Wow, that's old school.
Yeah, I love that.
I like it too.
I love that. Sometimes it can be ranch. A lot of times it's balsamic too. Like it just depends, but mostly probably Thousand Island.
I don't buy it, and I don't know why. But Thousand Island is also one of my go-to, like, put it on a burger.
Yep, that's why I always have it. Because
Sure,
I
yeah.
put it on burgers. I put it on turkey sandwiches sometimes. It's awesome.
A lot of times, if you see like a burger sauce on a menu,
It's similar to that.
it's similar to
Yeah.
Thousand Island.
I guess
If
that's
it's
true.
not just
Yeah.
Thousand Island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also, these were for side salads, Kevin?
A side salad was pulled from that bowl, yes.
That's for your own good, brother. I'm not taking the risk for a side salad.
That's a less of a risk.
I would at least do, I mean, if I'm going to get explosive diarrhea
gonna
for
go
6
big.
weeks.
You're going cod.
Yeah. I'm at least making it my full entree.
Don't base jump out of a plane.
Yes.
You guys were talking about this during lunch while I was eating yogurt. And I just got to say, like, hearing the words explosive diarrhea as you're trying to swallow your yogurt is not pleasant.
To be fair, I did not say that word.
You really should get hazard pay. Like, you should.
This should be just like I work with boys pay.
Oh, speaking of, I clearly trust her more than the two of you because last night I sent her a text that I was going to send to everyone, but I didn't trust you two enough to not think it was like Psycho Killer. You want to read it?
Yes. 6:32 p.m. I just had a funny thought. What if, at the fall of man in the Garden of Eden, rather than casting Adam and Eve out with painful childbirth and the toil of the land, the possibility of dying and going to eternal punishment, what if instead of all of that, God just said, great, now you're going to have puppets?
See?
I would have sent back this MF worried about the fall of man.
I had just seen a TikTok with puppets and ventriloquist dolls, and I'm like, they're so without redemption.
I like puppets.
Oh, my God.
I don't like
Name
not
a good puppet.
all the puppets on Mr. Rogers.
Oh, they're horrifying.
Daniel Tiger.
Elmo.
Who's the one with the red nose?
I mean, she's
Oh,
terrible.
yeah, Lady something.
Lady
Lady something.
yeah.
Lady terrifying.
She is like the worst character in the whole show. She's got an attitude problem.
Wasn't there a guy named Mr.
She was the
McFeely?
original
Yes.
Karen, yeah.
Mr. McFeely is the postman.
That's a little weird.
Oh, no.
Who thought that was a good name for a TV show for kids?
That's a terrible. They were doing so much back in the day. They're like, we'll never get caught.
Well, nobody thought anything of those things
Mr.
back
Rogers
then. Let's be real.
did nothing wrong. There was
he
nothing
didn't.
untoward.
No,
but
he
his
was-
writers were some bad people.
I'm not so sure, Andrew. I just think you realize that most people in the 60s and 70s were really strange and stupid.
And yeah, Kermit's a good puppet. Elmo's a good puppet.
See, they're not puppets. They're Muppets.
Okay.
The Muppets get a carve out for me.
What about Lamb Chop?
That's fair.
Lamb Chop, no.
I love
I love Lamb Chop.
Yeah.
The lady
I'm
who
with
did
Dave.
Lamb Chop was a monster in real life.
Oh, why do you say that?
Just look it up. I forget what she did.
Just trust me. She belongs in prison.
Google right now, Kukla, Fran, and Ollie. They're the puppets I grew up with.
Fran, Ollie.
What about Wishbone?
I don't know who that is.
Wishbone's a doggy.
Yeah, he was a dog puppet.
He was a real dog.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's a real dog, dude. What are you
What am
talking
I,
about?
What am I thinking of? What was the dog
I
puppet?
have no clue.
That might be Lamb Chop again. I might still
Hush
be
Puppy
thinking
was
of-
the. There was like a Lamb Chop spinoff where I think they worked at a pizza parlor.
Well, that sounds
My
bad.
memory is hazy, but there
They
was
made
a,
Lamb Chop get a day job?
but there was a.
Did you find Kukla, Fran, and Ollie?
Yeah, they're creepy
Yeah,
for
thank
sure.
you.
Yeah, I'm not big puppets.
They look like clowns.
I'm with Dave.
What was the horrible puppet you sent us not that long ago?
Wow.
From
I don't know.
the whole like
Was
I
it
think
Howdy,
it was before
Howdy
your
Doody?
time. I don't think it was Howdy Doody.
Oh, I don't know.
It was in like black and white and it was terrible.
I don't remember.
And as you can tell, I immediately repressed it from my memory.
Yeah.
Oh, Lamb Chop, Charlie Horse, and Hush Puppy.
Did you look to see what Lamb Chops
Oh no, I forgot.
owner did?
Lamb Chop.
Yeah, I couldn't see anything where she did anything weird.
horrible
Nah, I'm just
owner.
spreading bad rumors then.
Sherry Lewis was her name.
Sherry Lewis.
The only thing I saw as far as a scandal was that she was married to the guy who was a part of the quiz show scandal.
Hilarious.
She had a a routine called Lamb Chop After Dark,
Oh,
Here we
where
go.
Lamb Chop told adult-oriented jokes.
for God's sake.
I wouldn't call that a scandal.
Yeah, that
love
seems like
that.
something you would like.
That
dude.
I love that.
True, but
This
that's
is great.
also truly bizarre time, right? Like
Changing my mind on Muppets.
we're gonna be doing adult humor with a hand puppet.
Lamb Chop's so cute.
It's a sock.
No.
No.
No,
Like a
Oh, I
full,
thought it was a
Lamb
sock.
Chop was a full puppet.
Oh.
she has like the fuzzy legs.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
I
mean,
thought
I
Lamb
guess
Chop
not a
was a
full puppet because it can't like operate independently.
I like full puppet.
It's not a half puppet.
Yeah.
It's not one of those lame puppets. It's a full puppet.
Yeah, I had the Charlie McCarthy ventriloquist doll, the one I famously did dental work on.
Yes.
But at night, he just sat in the corner of my room staring at me. So a lot of times I'd put like a shirt over him.
You don't like Daniel Stripes' tiger from Mr. Rogers?
Dude,
He's
I have
so sweet and
never
cute.
watched an episode.
I hated that show.
Never watched an episode.
Okay.
It was so boring.
Yeah, the Glovers weren't into educational TV.
It's just not enough. I mean, when I was a kid, I was like, I need action. Give me Tom and Jerry, something. Chase each other around
So
and
you
fight.
just came out like this.
Yeah, I was like that all the time. I was born that way.
Would you like to hear an example of a Lamb Chop After Dark joke?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Sherry says, Lamb Chop, why do you look so miserable? And Lamb Chop says, I'm drinking to forget. Sherry says, drinking to forget who? And Lamb Chop says, Burt Reynolds. And then Sherry says, what are you trying to forget? There's nothing between you and Burt Reynolds.
That's the punchline.
That's the joke.
That was like the risque
That's the
humor
punchline.
that enraged parents across the
See,
country.
they should have added, "Oh, there was something between us." Then now,
Yeah.
now you've got a joke.
Here's another one. Sherry says, Lamb Chop, you're far too young to be a Playboy bunny. And Lamb Chop says, Sherry, you still see me as a child, but to millions of hot-blooded American men, I'm a 3-page foldout.
Okay, that's
That's pretty weird.
That's a little-
That's pretty weird.
You still see me as a child. You're a lamb puppet. You were never a child.
Yeah, you literally fit on her
full-grown
hand.
Sexual being.
Deal with it, Mom.
Deal with it, Mom.
Yeah,
I'm
was that
sexy.
her mom? I don't understand. Was Sherry the mom of Lamb Chop?
that could be
I
the
don't
scandal.
know.
I'm sitting here saying how much I love Lamb Chop. I could not tell you one thing about the lore. Like,
Well,
I
she was
remember.
We gotta get
Her
into
dream
Lamb
was to
Chop
be a
lore.
Playboy bunny.
Apparently so.
Wanted to date Burt Reynolds too, but apparently that didn't work out. Burt was with Lonnie.
She was a sex worker.
She tried to get that, that part in that movie. What movie was Burt in where he had the part in the Smokey and the Bandit? Didn't get it, so that was a big disappointment.
What?
It was the downfall
Is that
of
Sally
Lamb Chop.
Field in that movie?
Yeah, she wanted Sally Field's role.
Is she a Playboy bunny in that movie?
No. It's just she wanted Burt Reynolds in the other joke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Going off the rails.
Yeah, I know.
Lamb Chop. I think
In
it's
the
your
50s,
breath.
this would have been hilarious, by the way.
Go on, I need to hear one more.
Lamb Chop. I think it's your breath that's giving me the hiccups. Should I go and get you a glass of water? Sherry. No. Go get me a martini instead.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la.
A lot about
Risque.
drinking.
Yeah,
There's a lot about.
I mean, isn't that what all
Drinking
of
and
those
taking
people were
off your
doing? Like,
clothes.
I think Lamb Chop might have had a drinking problem, if you know what I mean.
wasn't that everything? Like the bit on everything back then, though, was everybody's drinking. Dean Martin's always drinking and drunk, and
I mean,
Yeah, After Dark basically means the host is drinking a martini.
you literally put your hand up the puppet. There's
Yeah.
no ground to be plowed on that.
And you still don't see her as a sexual being.
Mom, you see me as a child.
Still only see her as a
Just
child.
to
Mom,
you.
I guess that's our relationship
yeah, I
as
don't know,
mom
is
and
it like
daughter.
stepmom, maybe.
I'm not a little baby anymore.
We're not mother and daughter. We're just friends.
I'm not a lamb anymore. I'm a sheep.
I feel like I've won this one on puppets.
Yeah, I know you had me from hello on the puppets.
Well, we didn't know we were going to take a turn into After Dark territory with Lamb Chop.
They're doing a lot of drugs back then, I think.
I'll tell you guys about John Moriarty, pardon me, at E3 Wealth. As you know, because you listen to the show all the time, John is a financial guy. I've known him for 20 years. He's a normal guy, and I think that's important because I've had a few people offered to me as live endorsement clients, and I met them, and they're sort of creepy, so I didn't. I would never subject you to someone like that who is off-putting, and John is not. He is a great financial planner. He's a great business coach. We know from the ratings that there are more business owners and entrepreneurs in the KMOX audience than any other radio station, maybe more than the next two behind us. So he's kind of talking to you guys, kind of targeting you. And look, I'm sure you're successful, right? But if you want to get to the next level, be more successful, more money, less work, streamline it, maybe pass the business on to the kids, maybe sell it to a competitor or something. Whatever it is that you're looking to do, John can help you out. All he expects is get together, come to his office, go to Spencer's Grill in Kirkwood, have a pancake, see what you think. Go to eat3wealth.com.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40 and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-329-1010. That's 1-800-329-1010. Or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's 1-800-329-1010. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
I met my wife in law school at the University of Florida. She was from upstate New York and I was from Kentucky. We met at a daily mass at St. Augustine's. She was the most beautiful girl I'd ever seen in my life. After communion, I followed her out of the church and got her phone number. The rest is history. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Little did we know that one day we would have 4 children and the largest injury firm in the world. All 4 work in the business. It's a family business. Did I ever see this coming? Hell no. We just worked very hard and treated our clients like we would want to be treated, like family. It's a full-service injury firm, auto accidents, medical malpractice, workers' compensation, Social Security, and insurance disputes. We're open 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit forthepeople.com and we can get to work on your case. No recovery, no fee. Morgan & Morgan, for the people. Injured? Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Hi, St. Louis. This is Ben Barnett. I'm a board-certified master arborist, and I've been caring for St. Louis trees for over 25 years. Today, I'm going to help you choose a tree care contractor. Here's how it's done, so pay close attention. First, call everyone you know who's ever done any type of outdoor work, including that cousin that used to sleep on your couch. Leave them all messages and wait around to see if they call back. Here's a hint, they won't. Now, post to all your social media that you are looking for recommendations for a good tree service. Now beware, because there will be hundreds of different recommendations. So you need to carefully go through each one, checking that they have the proper insurance, background checks, and even the slightest idea of what they're doing. Schedule a bunch of appointments, and when nobody shows up, get really frustrated and put the whole project off for another year. Or you could just call Timberline Professional Tree Care. 636-479-7475, or visit us online at stltreecare.com.
And Doug.
Hot dog! Get your hot dog!
Customize! Customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
Hey, what are you doing?
I like your method. Direct. To the point. A little loud, but...
Listen, people don't buy car insurance the same way they do hot dogs.
Not yet, but both are customizable.
Popcorn! Get your popcorn!
Hey, this is a hot dog area.
And customize and save area. Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
100 years of service and still at your service. KMOX.
Welcome back, DGS and KMOX. We're talking puppets as usual.
Oh, yeah.
It's Thursday, isn't it?
I thought that I probably had the strongest puppet background, but once again, my partner Rach has topped me.
Oh, my goodness. Rach is ripping them off.
She had a chest full of puppets at church.
Yeah, we had like a puppet stage, I guess, the tall thing with the window and
I think that's
the
in
curtain.
the Bible.
Well, obviously the puppets were there to tell stories from the Bible.
Yeah.
But no, we had several puppets, and they lived in a chest in this
They were
one.
alive?
I guess not. They were stored in a chest.
They died in the chest.
I was like, dang, that's a story.
They live next door.
Yeah. They had the house next to the preacher.
Time to get in the chest.
They lived in Puppetville. However, they did die in the chest.
But yeah, any chance I could, I would sneak into that like Sunday school classroom and get into that chest and be like, now it's my time with the puppets.
Yeah. I remember my dentist was Dr. Dietzelkamp. Hello.
My dentist also.
Yeah.
Which is a crazy fact.
9th Street Hill. And do you remember his little chest of like erasers?
Yes, sir, I do.
And I would have like all my teeth pulled and my femur broken and walk out full of gauze. They'd be like, pick anyone you want. Like, you know what? Take 2.
Would you like a yellow turtle that doesn't really look like a turtle? And you're just like, oh, gosh.
That's funny.
That's crazy how big a deal erasers were back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
You'd get the ones that would attach to your pencil because you're clearly your one on the pencil.
Well,
would
they make
only
them
last-
like that.
No. The ones that would come on there
I know
would
what you're
always
talking
be
about.
gone, so they'd have the new ones. You could just slide the big, like a big, Elmo face or whatever it was.
That was famously
Dinosaur,
my
yeah.
Frito Bandito.
Yeah.
And you know what? Every eraser is terrible.
Yes.
No eraser actually gets the job
Mostly
done.
No, they are. Yes, they're
Yeah.
smudgers. They're not erasers.
Especially those big pink ones
yeah.
from school.
Oh,
Worthless.
leave all that crap behind when they did. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember in 2nd grade, we all got called together by the teacher, and they said, we need to warn you about something. Some of the older kids are going to approach you on recess and ask if they can use an eraser on your skin.
Sorry.
And as much fun as that may sound like, and I was sitting there looking around like, fine,
Do something about this then.
do we really need a meeting?
Why is this on me to stop this from happening to me?
Yeah,
It's so
you guys
horrible.
watch those
If you
older
know
kids.
about it, this is a you job.
Put some eyes on these kids. They're like,
Don't let them just run about with erasers.
they're like, all right, we did the eraser seminar. Now anything that happens is on them.
Kids, watch out.
Then they started telling us about the pie supper. And it ate children.
We
Watch out,
prepared-
Jeffy has a bunch of fireworks.
We were
so
prepared
everyone just be
for a
careful
lot
of
of
recess.
the dumbest. I should say the dumbest, the least likely things back then, right? Like, watch out for the eraser bandits coming to, And then it was. I mean, how many times did
Coming to
we
what?
learn the stop, drop, and roll? Like, who catches on fire? Like, most people never have that happen, but we were always. It was like everywhere.
So
Hey,
like,
guess
there
what?
It was
was-
on TV. It was
maybe,
everywhere.
maybe because we learned stop, drop, and roll.
It was like catching on fire. Like, it was like quicksand from that time. Like, I'm like, quicksand and fire are going to do me in.
So the one kid who does, and he's like, what do I do? You're like, oh, that's all
You're
right.
on your own, buddy.
It's on you.
Yeah.
He does make a good point, though. We did stop, drop, and roll at least 3 times in my childhood.
Yes!
To practice.
I'm not saying
and
it's a bad thing. It just seems like it was overemphasized.
Never once have I really even felt close to catching on fire.
I'm too young for this. I dismissed it by probably 10 years, but my brother and sister had the duck and cover nuclear.
Oh, yeah. We did once in a while.
Yeah.
I think I might have done that twice, but we also kind of couched it as a storm drill, too.
Yeah, maybe that's what we're
You know?
doing.
Yeah.
It's just a general danger. Just
Because
get,
you
get
need
under
to,
the desk.
You need to practice sitting below your desk and covering your head. Like, you
Right.
can't just do that. Hey, guys, under the desk, cover your head. All right. We got to practice that.
I'll tell you guys about Bethesda. I just received a notice that someone is in need of a vigil, so I think I may be doing that tonight before the Trump speech. They are very good people at Bethesda. They're not for profit, which I don't understand all the corporate this and that, but I know that that gives them a little more elbow room to really help people out. They're not, primarily concerned with profits. They're concerned with care. My mom was in Bethesda Dilworth, which is a skilled nursing facility. They also have a memory floor, and of course they have the hospice, which my mom was on the whole time she was there. We have 7 different independent living apartment buildings, and they are pretty much indistinguishable from any other really nice upscale apartment building other than most people are over 60. We have we have everything. I mean, and here's the great thing. You can transition. Let's say you started out in independent living, and then you kind of go downhill and you need some assisted living. Then it goes to skilled nursing. So the point is you can stay with Bethesda the entire time seamlessly. If you are facing this for you or an elderly loved one, reach out to my friend Michelle. She's been at the company for 31 years, and she's a very, very nice lady. Go to BethesdaHealth.org, click on the Contact Us button, ask for Michelle, and you'll get her.
Chris Ranchi and Amy Markscourse connect you with the people, places, and conversations that bring our community together.
And now you get to hear about poo-poo in a box from a firefighter.
No, come on.
The hammerhead worm. And you get to hear about car fires.
And sinkholes.
And sinkholes. I love our newsroom. I think they're doing a great job.
From neighborhood happenings to local heroes, from everyday challenges to unforgettable stories. Chris and Amy, weekdays from 9 to noon on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Here's Dave Murray's weather forecast.
The summer creep is certainly back in across the St. Louis area, but it is the middle of July. We have to expect this. Partly sunny skies, warm to hot temperatures, and quite humid. There will be some spot thunderstorms around, so we have to watch the sky. Some will see some brief heavy downpours of rain and lightning, though that's certainly not for everybody. We should top out at about 93. Spotty evening thunderstorms up until sunset. Otherwise, partly cloudy and 75. Instant replay on Friday. Partly sunny, warm to hot and humid with spot afternoon and evening thunderstorms about 93 on Friday. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Sponsored by Gloria Lou with your home sold guaranteed realty 314-325-6888.
Need to sell your home and you want the most money? The name to remember is Gloria Lou. Yes, Gloria Lou with your home sold guaranteed realty at 314-325-6888 and start packing.
America is turning 250 this year, and Circa Sports is celebrating by offering all users in Missouri $250. For everyone in Missouri, all you have to do is deposit $250 on your Circa Sports app, then play through that deposit. Once you do, Circa Sports will reward you with $250 right in your account. This is available for everyone in Missouri, new and existing users. Celebrate 250 years and find out more at circasports.com today. Must be 21 or older and in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Well, it's official. My friends have all switched to Pure Talk because I told them they could save a bunch of money on a super reliable high-speed network with unlimited data. And because they're my friends, they trust me. As for the rest of you, well, Pure Talk understands that even though you might like me, you're not just going to take my word for it, nor should you. For that reason, and for a very limited time, Pure Talk is offering any of their plans for just $15 a month for the first 3 months, including their top-tier unlimited plan that normally sells for $65 a month. Think of it like a test drive, a super simple way to save $150 while you kick the tires on Pure Talk's blazing fast network, and a fine way to see for yourself why I switched from big wireless, along with a few 100,000 of my closest friends. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and be connected to Pure Talk's friendly U.S. customer service team. Again, dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and let the savings begin.
Let's take a break.
Good idea.
Hey, Tom, what are you doing on that Amendment 4?
You know we fought for our freedom and rights. I'm not giving them away without a fight.
4 takes them?
That's exactly what 4 does. For over 100 years, Missouri voters have used our constitutional power to act when the politicians refused. I'll be darned if I'm voting to pass on less freedom and power to my kids.
It doesn't 4 kill majority rule?
Yep, creates minority rule, where just 5% of statewide voters in one district can block any citizen-led reform, making it nearly impossible to pass citizen-led ballot measures.
That's just dumb.
And when the politicians refuse to act, we've used citizen-led ballot measures to pass some big stuff, like lobbyist reforms, term limits for career politicians, and outlawing tax hikes without voter approval.
I'm not surrendering my power and rights to a bunch of politicians and lobbyists. I'm no on Amendment 4.
Hard no on 4.
Pay 4 buttons or inch, prepare governance.
Tonight, it's City Soccer on KMOX. First up, Gen C's hosts a special soccer edition of Sports Open Line beginning at 6 from Energizer Park. Then, it's City SC facing Sporting KC. Pre-game 7:05, kick at 7:30. City Soccer on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
This is the Dave Glover Show on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Welcome back, DGS on KMOX. Going to do the Cardinal Report here because I have a question for Wheeler. Cardinal Report is sponsored by Rawlings. Visit the Rawlings Experience at Westport Plaza. I went out there with my friend Lindsay and had a great time. I recommend it to anybody. Okay, here's my question, and it's a new question, more of an observation about the Jordan Walker thing.
Yep.
That is really expansive to the Cardinal approach. As I understand it, and this is not only true now, but it's always been true, that the Cardinals are focused on drafting, developing, and that's where they get their stars. That's what they want to do.
That's where they've had the most success in the past since basically the end of the Walt Jocketty era.
Okay.
Right? So since baseball changed, because the sport changed, right? It used to be the financial structure led to more salary dumps, and the Cardinals were great at taking advantage of that. It's how they got Mark McGwire from the A's. It's how you get Jim Edmonds from the Angels. There was a period of time where a lot of their core was acquired that way, but that was 25 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, Mo took over after 2007. So starting in 2008 and moving forward, they've had the approach you're describing.
Yes.
Which is more like, let's develop our own stars. And that started before that. It started with Albert and Yachty and those guys. And that's kind of the play.
Here's my question. If they don't sign Jordan Walker, and I don't mean now, even this
eventually.
season, if they don't eventually sign him, how is that not saying to Cardinals Nation, we are all about drafting and developing talent unless they get too good, and then we're just going to let the Dodgers have them?
No, it's a fair question. I think that's what the team will have to weigh. And ideally, what you want to know at the time, say that they're in a good spot now because they don't have long-term commitments that are going to block them up. So if you're going to make a long-term commitment to Weatherholt, to Walker, these are guys that are at the perfect age to do it. Like if I want to give him a 10-year deal or 11-year deal, Walker, I want to do it now. I don't want to do it when he's 27. I want to do it now. So I'm going to pay till he's 34 instead of until he's 37. Right? So, I mean, like there's a time and place where it's smarter. The later it goes, the harder it is to look at the back end of that contract and say, yeah, that's something we want to have on the books. So, you know, when you're paying for mostly prime age years, you know, mid-20s to early 30s, it's a lot more worth that. And assuming that they can continue what they're doing now, which is their player development is really firing. I mean, the system's moved up in the rankings. Their drafts have gotten great reviews these last couple of years. This year's has been rated as one of the best by almost every outlet I've seen, whether it's The Athletic, Baseball America, MLB.com, doesn't really matter. The key to it is identifying the core, which they've done with Weatherholt. Walker is a little early on in establishing that because of the last couple of years. Like he had 2 bad years, so that weighs into the math. Like, okay, is this real or is this just a big year? And I think it's real, but you don't know until you have a little bit more information. But you're much better off keeping your own guys and getting it done early than trying to get them from the outside, which is what we saw them do.
Yeah.
It worked with Goldschmidt for a couple of years. It worked with Arenado for a couple of years. But when you're getting players at that stage of their career, as we saw, the decline can be fast.
Do you think one side or the other would say absolutely not to a 10-year, $250 million?
There's no way the player would take that right now.
Too little.
It's not enough because of the proximity to free agency. If you're looking at it, and here's the other part of this, and this is why when we were talking about this a little last night, I think this is important to note. I don't think that doing this now is as an actual thing that's going to happen right now. We're all talking about it in concept because Walker's in the news. He's topical. He's one of the big stories from the All-Star break. He's having a great year. And it's an interesting exercise in what's next for the Cardinals because what's next is locking up a core and finding star players to build around. That was the task coming into this rebuild was, all right, we got to find a new core of stars who we can sell tickets for. And that's a big thing. You got to sell tickets, and stars sell tickets. The balance is, okay, but you don't want to be wrong. Do you want to be wrong about this and then have that impact your ability to keep someone or sign someone in 3 or 4 years? Like, let's say Rainiel Rodriguez is legit rock star. Do you want to get to the point where you can't pay him because some other deal went bad?
I got it.
So it's about the smart balance there. But when you're looking at the timing, right now Walker's 6 months away from a huge raise in arbitration. Huge raise. He's making $800,000 this year. It's probably going to be $8 to $10 million next year because of the year that he's having going into arbitration. And then he's 3 years from being a free agent, which means the entire league can bid on his services, and he'll still be 27, 28 years old, which is prime age for free agency where you get those big $500 million deals. So if he keeps on producing like an all-star for 3 years, he's probably looking at one of those $400 million plus deals.
Yeah.
And that's where you're looking at the price tag now and saying, okay, if I'm giving up that possibility, you have to pay me more than you think you will. And then there's the other part of this, which is the CBA. One of the proposals in the players' side of the new CBA talks is getting to free agency after 5 years instead of 6 years, which would mean the Cardinals only have 2 more years with Walker. So if I'm only 2 years away from free agency and I'm Walker, and I'm getting there at 26 or 27 instead of 27 or 28, again, you got to have to pay me to give that up.
Rage, let's play cut number 3. Wheels, I don't know if you heard this. I'd heard this a couple days ago, yesterday, and then Chris and Amy played it. And this is Mostly Sports Podcast, which is part of Barstool. And a couple days ago, the main guy was really, really crapping on St. Louis and how we think we're so cool. We call ourselves the best fans, and everything about us is boring. The stadium's boring. The uniforms are boring. So he came back the next day and clarified.
Yesterday, I mocked the St. Louis Cardinals fans because I think them calling themselves the best fans in baseball is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Anybody that calls themselves the best fans in baseball, it's just a stupid thing to say ever. Fan delusion is a special thing because they were all repeating the same thing. We have a top 5 stadium in baseball. Right off the rip. Watch this. Wrigley, Fenway, Petco, PNC, the San Francisco Park. That's 5.
Yeah.
Didn't even think about
By what metric do they consider themselves top 5? Is it like aesthetic,
that they can
ballpark
get
vibe?
Idea.
They said skyline, which I think if the skyline's the best thing about
there's no skyline, it's the arch, which
or whatever. Yeah.
But their skyline is just one thing. It's the arch, and let's be honest with
not a great.
I mean, what?
It's just a big. Yeah. It's an ear ring on the city.
Come on,
it's a belly button ring on the city. What it is. They've got the second most World Series championships. It's a historic franchise, amazing franchise. It's not a top 5 stadium. Let's just tell the truth. Let's all tell the truth. And you don't have the best fans in baseball. Yeah. And anybody who makes it a tagline, we have the best fans in baseball.
Right.
Now you're egotistical.
That's a hit, Rach.
I mean, I don't care what these guys have to say at all. I do wonder why it would be so triggering for a fan base to be like, yep, we're the best fans. Like, doesn't everyone say that about everything? Oh, we have the greatest listeners in the world. That's the best restaurant in town. Like, that's just how you say things to hype yourselves up. I don't know if St. Louis Cardinal fans are necessarily dead serious when we say that. Like, no. You don't understand. We really are the best. Maybe some people feel that way, but to me, my entire life, it's always just been like a nice thing to say and like a community thing. As far as the skyline goes, whatever. Come back to me when you have your own arch. No one else has an arch like that.
Plus,
it's very special and cool.
Last year we voted the second best view from a stadium because of the skyline.
Yeah.
Well, this is the thing. If you look at the skyline behind Busch Stadium and all you see is the arch, you're missing like 6 high-rises. You're missing Ballpark Village. You're missing the Millennium. It won't be there much anymore. But, like, there's a whole ass skyline behind the outfield. It's not one thing. But this is the problem. And this is why I am not a Barstool guy. Because they all talk about the dumbest crap. They're all the shallowest thinkers you will ever run into. It's just the bros, man. And we're just going to say stuff. And you said something stupid. You're stupid. It's like, dude, we all know. We all work in this business. There is no such thing as the best fans in any sport. Every city claims that. If you listen to a Yankees game, the Yankees broadcasters will be going on and on about how the New York fans are the most sophisticated fans and all they know is winning and they know baseball. Every city does the same thing. The Cardinals got a lot of attention for it because they were really good for 25 years. That's why it bothers fans of other teams, because you heard it a lot because they were always good. You're going to hear that from Dodgers people. You're going to hear that from Phillies fans. You're going to hear that from Chicago fans. Cubs fans are the best. They're so loyal. They stuck with them for 100 years. Every city says that. And if it bothers you, you are an idiot. Because it's everywhere.
Grizzly Bear Online says, as a Cubs fan from the outside, Cardinals fans do come off as arrogant and spoiled with a large component of main character complex. Just kind of my observation.
He's not wrong, but of course you think that if you're looking at it from the outside. Because I look at Cubs fans and I'm like, you guys are a bunch of just people that want to go drink beer in the largest outdoor beer garden and don't actually love baseball. That's an outside view. I know it's not true. But that would be an outside view. It's like, you're just a bunch of casuals. You're just a bunch of people that want to sit in the bleachers and drink. But it's not true. It's the outside view because you're not there. And it's this dumb thing that, like, yes, every team is going to market to its own fan base and prop them up and tell them they're great. Why wouldn't you? Those are your customers. Yeah. And again, the reason why it caught so much attention with the Cardinals is because they've been so good. Not just, I listed the last 25 years. They have the second most World Series wins of all time. So they're always good historically. For the last 100 years, the Cardinals have been good. That's why you get the attention level. It's why the Dodgers get all the attention now. Was anybody talking about how amazing Dodger Stadium was 12 years ago? Or were they talking about how brilliant the Dodgers were 15 years ago when they were an also-ran type team? No. But now that they're great, they're the center of the story. It's not a complicated thing, but that's what I hate about Barstool. It's not that they're bad. It's that they're lazy. They're just going for the easiest material and the stuff they know will get clicks. It's not about learning anything. It's not about understanding anything. There's no perspective or nuance. It's just takes. We got takes, bro. And that's why it's so dumb. It's just weird. And yes, Grizzly, I know it's not true that everybody in Chicago is just there to drink. That's my point. But an outsider looks at that and says, yeah, you're just a bunch of casuals who want to drink beer in the bleachers. It's not right, but that's how people outside see it.
You work hard, follow the rules, and get absolutely slammed by taxes. Your paycheck, taxed. Your property, taxed. Everything you buy, taxed. Missouri's tax system isn't broken, it's rigged against you. The lawyers and lobbyists working for big corporations and the super rich buried over 200 loopholes for themselves in our tax code. While they pay nothing on the services they use, working families are taxed over and over. It's no wonder they're lying about Amendment 5. Our corrupt tax system is rigged in their favor. They're getting a free ride on your back. Don't believe their lies. The truth is, Amendment 5 closes loopholes exploited by the super rich and slashes taxes paid by Missouri's working families, phasing out income taxes and cutting property taxes. They finally pay what they owe while you keep what you earn. Vote yes on Amendment 5. Paid for by Missouri Promise PAC.
What do parents think of back to school at Staples, where 24-pack Crayola crayons are just 50 cents?
Staples has folders, notebooks, and pens at great prices.
I'm smiling from ear to ear. It's the most wonderful time.
Mom, I missed the bus of the year.
It's a wonderful time at Staples, where school supplies start at just 25 cents. Staples. That was easy. Visit your local Staples today or shop online and in the app. Ends 9/12. Exclusions apply.
Don't miss Mosby Building Arts Home Improvement Show, Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on KMOX. One of the last call-in shows where you can get live answers to your remodeling, design, and construction questions. Tune in Saturdays at 11 a.m.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The cookie cutter approach works well if you're making cookies.
but not so well when you're trying to plan for retirement. If you want a customized income strategy, call Steve All and his team at the All Financial Group today. 636-230-8824. Or go to yourmoneymattersstl.com.
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Steve All, NPN number 153-07419.
Soldiers Memorial Military Museum looks at American military history through the lens of St. Louis. From the Revolutionary War to the present day, the gallery showcases stories of local service members and delve into the city's wartime history. Outside, the Court of Honors includes monuments to those who lost their lives in World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. Open Wednesday through Sunday. Admission is free. Find information about special exhibits at mohistory.org/memorial. That's mohistory.org/memorial.
Taking care of yourself should fit into your life, not complicated. Neoviten Original Formula is a complete daily multivitamin designed to support your everyday wellness routine with essential vitamins, minerals, and a natural ingredient blend, all in just 2 daily tablets. Subscribe online at neoviten.com for monthly delivery or shop Neoviten at your local Schnucks and Dearborn. Neoviten Original Formula is physician formulated to fit easily into your everyday routine. All of our vitamins are manufactured in a certified GMP facility in the USA. Neoviten, make nutrition easy.
Broadcasting from the Scott Credit Union Studio, 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. So I am not anti-gambling. I'm not a prude about gambling. There's gambling addiction in my family, big time, going back to like Benton, Illinois. So I've always been kind of careful about it myself. But I think the fact that now we're gambling on life, you know, with all the poly markets and all that stuff, I think that's not only wrong, I think that's evil and can lead to nothing but sorrow for all of us. Not just the people who lose money, but just it's just sick and gross. Rach, you want to tell people about the teleprompter guy?
Yeah, there's a White House teleprompter operator who is alleged to have made more than $100,000 betting on President Trump's speeches. So this man's name is Gabriel Perez. He's a tech assistant to the president, and he's been operating Trump's teleprompter for 10 years now, since 2016. He's in talks with federal regulators because they allege that he used his inside knowledge of the president's speeches to win this money. He will basically like coordinate with the president and his team in advance, and obviously he has the script.
Yeah, right. He's got to put it on there and run it. Yeah.
Yes. So you know he's like betting on Kalshi as far as how these speeches are going to go. There were even a couple of instances where he would kind of reverse the bet mid-speech. Like, I guess he had his own notes as far as like, well, if we're not at this point by this time, I'm going to go ahead and go in and fix this.
Wow.
So yeah, it's not a good situation.
How's that any different than Andrew betting on the topic of the Sweet 16? Same thing.
Right. He's the one putting it out there, and yeah, he's like, I wonder what it's going to be. It's such an obvious thing that we should all know is wrong when people that work in any government way, any government capacity, are using any of their inside information to make money in any way. But we let people in Congress do it. It's perfectly fine for people in Congress. I don't know if they can go on Kalshi, but they can go to the Wall Street. They can go to Wall Street and they can make their, quote, bets in the stock market based on insider information. Everything about that whole ecosystem is wrong. And if anybody wants to talk about cleaning up the swamp or draining the swamp, start with that. Start with keeping these idiots who work in D.C. from being able to bet on their insider information, whether it's Kalshi or Wall Street. It's insane. It could not be more corrupt. And it's not just this guy. It's just the whole thing about it. And this guy taking advantage of it. Did he pay taxes on that money that he won?
No clue. The article I read does not mention anything about that. It looks like they're going to settle with him, and he's just going to have to, pay everything back. He is still working as the teleprompter operator. I wonder if he's going to be working tonight.
Of course he is. Why wouldn't he be?
I mean, if you're a boss and you find out the person working for you is doing that, how do you not fire him?
because you're way more corrupt than he is?
Or you don't. I mean, I don't think Trump would care.
I'm guessing he doesn't.
You respect it.
But you should. This is my point. We
Make
should.
him chief of staff.
Our people who are in positions of power should care about that. They should care about the appearance of impropriety as much as the actual impropriety. So could you say that that's not illegal? I don't know if it's illegal or not, but it's wrong. And I wouldn't want someone working for me to be doing that. What else are they going to do to make money? What other information are they going to try to broker in some other way to make cash off it?
And again, I just want to remind everyone that last month, Kalshi updated its policies to require users to disclose their place of employment. So up until last month, I'm sure this was very rampant. I'm still sure it's still happening.
Kalshi's the one that caught it. They're the ones that reported it because they don't want this, because that's going to hurt their business if they find out that half the people that are doing these things are doing it with inside information. Because with Kalshi, you're not betting against the house. It's not like a sports book where, like, I'm on FanDuel, and if I bet money, FanDuel pays me. That's not how the Kalshi works. You're getting money from people that are betting opposite you.
Yeah.
So the money exchanges hands differently. And I would think that a business like Kalshi would not want this because it's a bad look.
Yeah. I'll tell you guys about my buddy Mike over at Michael's Baths. I failed to say the last few times, so I want to get it out there at the beginning, that there is a VA benefit for disabled veterans. And if you need or want a new bathroom remodel and you are a disabled vet, you can call Michael. He does these all the time, and he'll come out to your place and say, great, here's what you get for free. If you want to upgrade it, it'll cost you $50 or $500 or whatever it is. But if you just want to go with the standard remodel, no money out of pocket. For the rest of us who are not disabled veterans, he's going to be between 30 and 50% less expensive than his competition, which is primarily Bath Fitter and 3-Day Kitchen and Bath. I think he, besides being half as the cost, he compares very favorably to them. He's local. He's more agile. You have his cell phone. You're not waiting for like a call from Milwaukee, the regional office, to see if they can do this or that. Everyone from the DGS who have used him and who have told me have just absolutely loved him. 636-775-0800, michaelsbaths.com.
It's 1:56. This time check is sponsored by Paramount Men's Medical Center.
We are on the biggest stage in the world right now, and you know I am talking about soccer. The whole world is paying attention, and FanDuel has decided to change the game. And as you know, if you bet soccer, that sometimes your player gets subbed out, and then what happens? Your bet goes with them. Well, FanDuel says we have a better way to do it. That's not happening anymore. With FanDuel Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues with the substitute. So you are still in it until the final whistle. Just go to FanDuel.com/Missouri to get started now. I've been telling you about this app for many, many months. I love using it. It's easy to use. All the information you need is right there. FanDuel.com/Missouri. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. Must be 21 or over and present in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Let me tell you something about insurance. When you sign your insurance policy, for some brokers, that's the finish line. Handshake, commission, done. Then you may not hear from them again until it's time for renewal. But your business runs all year, so do the gaps and the risk. So go to Supersure.com. If your company has more than 25 employees, whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex to just go buy a policy online. Supersure is the super agency built for you, licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you and your team. At Supersure.com, you can access tools like fine print facts. It'll translate your current policy into plain English so you see what's covered and what's not. Plus a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth so you know what actually needs protecting. Go to Supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all your policies in one place. Supersure.com. That's Supersure.com. Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
The radical left let crime and drugs pour into our nation, and they let biological men into girls' sports. But here in Missouri, if there's a problem, we fix it. That's why Ann Wagner's fixing the mess the radical left made and delivering for us. Wagner voted to ban biological men from competing in girls' sports. And she voted to fund the police and provide more resources for Border Patrol agents, keeping our families, communities, and children safe. And Ann Wagner didn't stop there. In Congress, Wagner passed the largest working-class tax cut in American history, kept big government out of our business, protected our way of life, and ensured our communities remain safe. That's why Ann Wagner's endorsed by the Missouri Farm Bureau and Missouri Fraternal Order of Police. Vote Ann Wagner for Congress on August 4th.
I'm Ann Wagner, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Ann Wagner for Congress.
The Dave Glover Show, now on FM 104.1 FM, KMOX. Celebrating 100 years of informing and entertaining. KMOX AM St. Louis, KMOX FM Hazelwood, the voice of St. Louis.
At 2 o'clock, we've got rain in the region. It's 84 degrees downtown at the Arch. Flash flooding is causing major problems around St. Louis this afternoon. I-70 is flooded, closed in both directions near Union Boulevard, according to police, with cars backed up for miles to Lucas and Hunt going eastbound. A flood advisory covers St. Louis City and County till 5 o'clock. More pop-up storms are possible through the afternoon. If you hit a flooded road, turn around. We'll hear from Dave Murray in a moment. A man is in custody after abandoning a baby in the middle of a St. Louis street.
36-year-old Christopher Pearson is alleged to have left a baby in the middle of Natural Bridge and Goodfellow before driving away Wednesday afternoon. According to charging documents, Pearson was driving a blue Tesla when he was seen by witnesses abandoning a baby seat in the road. One of the witnesses went to go move the car seat, only to be surprised to find it occupied. Pearson allegedly told the mother of the child the baby was dropped off at a police station. Police say the child was unharmed. When law enforcement later count of resisting arrest. Sean Malone, KMOX News.
Divers back in the Merrimack River today searching for a 19-year-old man who reportedly went underwater at Castlewood State Park and did not resurface last night. Matt Coppin is a captain with the Metro West Fire Department, tells KMOX about the challenges of the search.
When they dive, they typically dive with their eyes closed because even when the water's not up, we call it black water. It's just we're dealing with zero visibility conditions. So the murkiness of the water doesn't really impact us because that's what we're used to and that's what we train in. But the high water definitely impacts how we search those banks, which is what we were doing last night.
Coppin says boats are using sonar today in hopes of locating the man. What is President Trump likely to talk about when he addresses the nation?
President Donald Trump has repeatedly said this about U.S. elections.
It'll be fixed. It'll be rigged. People ought to get smart.
Especially the 2020 presidential election, which Trump lost to Joe Biden. On Thursday night, the president is expected to talk about rigged elections and voting machines when he addresses the nation at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Trump has been fixated on his 2020 loss and often brings up long-debunked theories of how he really won in 2020. Democrats warn that Trump is trying to revive false claims of past stolen elections in order to delegitimize the upcoming midterm elections in November. Democratic Senator Mark Warner of Virginia says on X that, quote, Trump is going to use a primetime address to stoke misleading claims about our elections in order to justify interfering in our midterms, end quote. Donna Warder, Washington.
You'll be able to explore the stars in real time when the planetarium reopens at the Science Center Saturday. Being a hybrid planetarium is unique. Manager Will Snyder explains.
We combine two different systems that work in harmony. We have that optomechanical projector, the Godo Chiron 3, that gives you those beautiful pinpoint starry sky. But then along with it, we have that Digistar system. Some places might have just one or the other, but it is more uncommon to see them working in tandem together to be able to give the best of both worlds.
The Dow from Stifel is down 176 points to 52,482. And, of course, we're watching the situation on 70. Right now, it looks like 70 East is where the impact is of both flooding and a crash. 70 eastbound as you get toward Union. 3 right lanes are closed there.
The summer creep is certainly back in across the St. Louis area, but it is the middle of July. We have to expect this. Partly sunny skies, warm to hot temperatures, and quite humid. There will be some spot thunderstorms around, so we have to watch the sky. Some will see some brief heavy downpours of rain and lightning, though that's certainly not for everybody. We should top out at about 93. Spot evening thunderstorms up until sunset. Otherwise, partly cloudy and 75. Instant replay on Friday. Partly sunny, warm to hot and humid with spot afternoon and evening thunderstorms about 93 on Friday. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM. KMOX.
Weather is sponsored by Steve Butts and the entire Crawford Butts family. As America celebrates its 250th anniversary, Steve Butts and everyone at Crawford Butts Insurance wish everyone a safe and joyful summer, proudly serving the community for generations. Happy 250th America. Right now, we've got rain in the region. It's 84 downtown at the Arch. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. We have attorney Mark Cantor in studio with us. We talk to Mark every few weeks or so. I got to show these to the stream. Mark has Cantorland, and he brought me in some fresh eggs. And I was saying, like, I used to go to my cousin's farm and actually, like, harvest the eggs out of the little nest and stuff. And once you've had real eggs, it's hard to go back to store-bought eggs.
They're so delicious.
Totally different.
The best protein, and those are, free range, and the yolk is just beautiful. It's bright.
Yeah, different color.
They taste better.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
No problem. I'll keep doing it.
Yeah, I love it. So do you have, what are the most dangerous predators in Missouri, and have you spotted any?
So we had a bear some years ago, but not recently. We have coyotes. Coyotes are the biggest problem, particularly for the chickens.
Yeah.
And I have them on camera with a chicken in their mouth. I've got game cams everywhere.
Yeah.
Raccoons will kill a chicken. And so there's a lot of predators.
Yeah.
But we're careful. We have a lot of dogs out there, and we have, I'll shoot a coyote if I see it.
Yeah.
I mean, they're predators that Missouri Department of Conservation will allow you to kill them.
So Bolger used to live in Huntley, had a lot of land, and lots of coyotes, and he had dogs. And they used to send a coyote out to pretend to be injured, and his dogs, when they would chase it, here came the whole pack. Like, that's crazy.
It's nuts. I was just in Ireland. They had these wolfhounds, and a wolfhound wiped out the wolf population of Ireland. These singular dogs could kill a wolf by themselves.
Damn.
And they're sweet. They're big animals with big teeth, but they'd kill any animal around them. They'd kill dogs and kill a deer.
Yeah.
That was fantastic. We also did the falconry, which I'd love to bring to Cantorland.
Yeah.
They're not really Paragon falcons. They'd break your arm. They're hawks.
Oh.
And they go after these animals, and it's really an amazing sport.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool.
We could do that in Missouri for sure.
How's your summer been?
My summer's been great. Traveling some, working a lot, and out at Cantorland a lot. We're Cantorland's the retreat center of Cantor Injury Law. It's for friends and guests and referral sources to the law firm.
If you were the only decision maker in your family, would you just live there?
Oh, for sure. I do. In fact, I'm there a lot. We're building another retreat center out there so that I'm happily married for 32 years, but tonight I'll spend the night at the farm because we're doing a lot of stuff, and I want to be up at 5 in the morning and get at it. So
very cool.
For sure.
Let's talk about car accidents. This is, I'm sure the winters are bad because of the ice and snow, but summers are bad because we're all out there and texting. Like, I have friends at Harvesttown Auto Body, and I said to them a couple years ago, because I get in lots of accidents, and this must be great for your business. He goes, you have no idea. He's like, you can just look at the graph when people started texting in their cars, and now there's just so many more accidents.
Right. Put down your phones and drive, folks. It's the 100 deadliest days of summer right now. And that's because there's a lot of teenage drivers. Everyone's on the streets. I just went to the Lake of the Ozarks over the weekend, and the amount of people at these bars leaving, they're not all leaving stone cold sober. My kid works down there. He's a ski director at Camp Sabre at the Lake of the Ozarks. He says, Dad, I got my day off. I said, are you coming home? He says, no, I think I want to just kind of chill out here. And I prefer that. I don't want him to drive for 2.5 hours each way in 100-degree weather.
Yep.
With, it's just not, for that, it's not worth it. So
I have a daughter at KU, and I love every time she comes home, but I am a mess for the 4 hours it takes because she's driving Highway 70.
Right, and it's not worth it for one day.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? If you wanted to come home for a few days, but he only has one day off, so we'll see you later. Try to stay off the roads if you can avoid it. People on the phones are terrible drivers. People drinking. Unfortunately, Missouri had a terrible statistic come out that we're the fourth highest for motorcycle fatalities in the nation. We have a lot of motorcycles. Share the roads with our motorcycle drivers. You owe the highest degree of care, that degree of care that a very careful person would use under the same or similar circumstance. And that standard doesn't make excuses for phones and for recklessness. And, we got to be careful out there and keep our roads safe.
Yeah. Give me some do's and don'ts for people. If you're listening to the show and tonight, God forbid, you get in a wreck, I got rear-ended last year, and the steam's coming out and the guy's knocking on your window and you're freaked out, what should you do and not do to protect your rights? Well,
100%. First, you get a police report. It's okay to move your car to safety. Let's not add harm to harm. So let's get safe. Call the police. The police report, even if you're at fault, protects you because it lists all the people that are there. It gives the factual elements of where it happened, what witnesses are there. Don't do anyone any favors and not call the police. You've got to get a police report. Then get the medical care that you need. You don't want to be a tough person over this. If you're having pain, go and get it treated, because if you wait 3 or 4 days, these insurance companies are going to say, oh, it's not related. So go and get medical care. Don't sign anything. If an insurance company calls you and wants you to sign something or offers you money right away, that should be a huge red flag to call Cantor Injury Law. You don't want to sign anything. You're at a major disadvantage. These insurance companies are set up to accept premiums and not pay benefits. They're financial institutions that make their money by not paying you.
Yeah.
So don't sign anything.
How about giving recorded statements to either the person's insurance who hit you or even your own insurance?
So with your own insurance, you have a duty to cooperate. For them, you're just talking about, your car and where it is. You're not talking about your injuries and things of that nature. You have a duty to cooperate with your own insurance. Do not cooperate with the other insurance. Don't give them a recorded statement, because then the defense is going to double dip. They're going to, the defense being the insurance company and their lawyers that they hire to protect their money, they're going to take your recorded statement, and then they're going to later take your deposition, which is your sworn statement under oath, and they're going to try to have all these gotcha moments where they compare and contrast the two things you've said. And even though they're going to be consistent in your mind, don't give them 2 bites at the apple. Do not give them a recorded statement. Some people ask, what if it's the same insurance company? What if they're both Progressive or both American Family? Well, then the insurance company has an obligation to not share that information.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and call Cantor Injury Law. We'll help you with that. I don't want you to give a statement about your injuries without a lawyer present.
Yeah. Talk to me about evidence in a car crash case, because so many of them are going to be he said, she said, and both parties may think they're right. It may not be a dirty, lying person that hit you or you hit them. So when you actually have to go to trial or mediation and you're making your case, what sort of things do you guys pull out of that to use?
So the best thing are the photos that you should take. If you're not at fault, take your photos at the accident scene, get physical evidence, get other witnesses. If that light has traffic cameras, even if they're, not used to enforce the laws, there's sometimes cameras available. We've done everything at Cantor Injury Law, from canvassing neighborhoods to looking for ring cams to looking for we're going to gather all the evidence that we can, all the physical evidence that we can use to win your case. And when you go and get medical treatment, that's like making a diary of your pain and suffering, and that becomes evidence. Mm-hmm. So you need to get get the care. You need to get a good, competent local lawyer, not someone that's just advertising, but is really from Florida. May have a great advertising campaign, but if you're not here, you can't do those things.
Yeah.
So get local counsel. There are many great, excellent lawyers that are right here in St. Louis. Cantor Injury Law is one of them. So I would suggest that anyone that gets hurt in Missouri hire a local attorney, even if it's not us. I think they'll be better served.
Yeah, I totally agree. To what extent, if any, has AI had an effect on insurance companies, car crashes, the way they handle claims?
So great question. So artificial intelligence can look at facts and do that data analysis. It can't explain to a jury the amount of harms, the amount of pain, that hurt that you have in not being able to lift up a child or a grandchild. We had a case in the office with an insurance company. I don't know whether it was Progressive or American Family or what, Safeco or who it was. But basically, it was a person that got hurt, went to chiropractic care, had a couple $1,000s in medical. We demanded the policy limits, which was $25,000. And the offer was $4. And so they offered us $4, and they said, take it to your client. And the lawyer, my partner, Kevin Glenn, said, I'm not taking that to my client. Our demand's $25. And she said, well, I got to put that in. And she said, okay, now our offer's $5. She said, take it to your client. He says, no, I'm not taking $5 to my client. Our demand is $25. And they did that 7 times until they got to $11,000. And so they're basically putting that in AI to see which lawyers and law firms are going to blink.
Oh, wow.
And we didn't. And he said, we're still at 25. And she said, okay, now I can take it to the committee and talk to my supervisors.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. So, that's the example of when you said, don't sign anything. They're going to offer you 4 because they're going to hope you blink. And if you're with us, you might get 25.
Man, can you believe that, Wales?
Yes. Have you dealt with insurance companies before?
Man, oh man, that is something else.
It's awful, but it's the world.
Right. So they're using that AI. Hopefully they put it in and they see that your law firm is really here and really willing to try a case, and hopefully the AI rates that.
Yeah.
But defense and insurance companies have been using AI for some time. At Cantor Injury Law, we have AI platforms, and we're integrating for our file management and some other smart things, but they'll never replace human intelligence.
Yeah.
And they'll never replace standing in front of that jury and knowing the local rules and knowing what the people are thinking, because we actually live here and we're local. That's a huge advantage to have boots on the ground. And when we say you can count on Cantor, we mean it. You can. We're not going to sell you out. We know what's going on.
Last question here. If someone's listening and they're like, okay, you got me sold. I like it, but I always get 2 bids. So someone interviews you and they're going to go interview another local attorney. Totally fine. What questions should they ask that attorney to make sure they're getting the real story?
Well, they want to know about your experience. They should. Your financial wherewithal to see the case through. I mean, we hire the best experts available, and that's not cheap. Anybody can get a cheap expert to say whatever you want. We want one that the jury's going to listen to and believe in. You want to look at reviews. You want to look at success stories. You want to look at their depth. Do they have a team? There's some excellent single lawyers out there, but if they're handling a large volume, and it's just one of them. So we have, at Cantor Injury Law, every lawyer has a paralegal or 2, and we have intake coordinators, and we have, communication folks. We have a couple of accountants. So, you want to get it's not just the lawyer, it's the team behind them. It's to make sure that you win the most money that you possibly can as efficiently as possible, and then it's distributed fairly.
Yeah.
You want to look at the fees and the success rate, and you can count on Cantor.
Cool, brother. Always good to see you, man.
Thanks for having us.
You're very welcome.
Have you ever felt like you were living just a B or B plus life? It's so dangerous to live that, more dangerous than a B minus or a C plus life, because when you're living a B or B plus life, you don't change it. You think it's good enough. Is it? I'm Susie Welch. I host a podcast called Becoming You. People think, okay, an A plus life is not available to me, but there is a way. We are all in the process of becoming ourselves. Listen to Becoming You wherever you get your podcasts.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Oh, hey, Sarah. Did you hear my daughter Katie got Camper of the Week?
That's a big deal.
We got a big deal too, right, Mom?
Honey, shh.
What's that?
Okay, that Hyundai Santa Fe, I only paid.
Nice.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days, or 1.9% APR for 72 months on the Hyundai Tucson, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Hurry, offer ends August 3rd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Tell you guys about Michael's Flooring Outlet, 25 years together. I'm not sure that anyone has ever beat that. It's all about Mike. It's not about me. All I do is deliver the message. Mike is just a cool guy. He really is. Super into rock and roll, super into Kiss. I met Ace Frehley with him one time. He's a good dude. I remember when I first met him and he said, look, here's the deal. I wasn't going to be a doctor. I wasn't going to be a lawyer. I wanted to go into a business that was simple. And he said, Dave, the flooring business is simple. I buy it at this much. I mark it up. I sell it to you at that much. There's, this many major lines. There are this many, lines within them, the budget, the entry, the middle, the high end. And it's not that difficult. So I don't make it difficult on people. I make it really, really simple. So if you like simple, if you like saving money, if you like getting good products, you can't do better than Michael's Flooring Outlet. Find him at michaelsflooringoutlet.com.
Tomorrow, some of us will wake up and it will be our last day on this earth. It will be unexpected and without warning. Each year, 250,000 people will die from medical malpractice, the third leading cause of death in America. 43,000 will die in a car or truck crash. 6,000 will die working on the job. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan, and we represent many of these families. It's awful. Unfortunately, many times some of these family members are not speaking and never get to say, I'm sorry or goodbye. If you're at odds with a loved one, listen closely. Pick up the phone. Call them. Say you're sorry. I promise a huge burden will be lifted from your heart and your soul will be renewed. Even if you're not wrong in your own mind, it doesn't matter. Death is bad enough. Death without closure and love will follow you the rest of your days. Trust me on this. Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Dial # law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this rush hour ad to keep you calm, which could help your driving. And science says therapy is great for a healthy mindset. So enjoy this 14-second session on us. I think you've done everything right and absolutely nothing wrong. In fact, anything that hasn't gone your way could probably be blamed on your father not being emotionally available because his father wasn't emotionally available, and so on. And now that you're calm and healing, you're probably driving better too.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Still here, still trusted. The voice of St. Louis, KMOX.
Welcome back, DGS. So I want to address one of the comments on the stream from Randy Blow. Randy's been with us a long time. Good guy. I have no issues with Randy. He says 3 minutes in and a Trump bash. Hate to say, as a huge fan, I've become tired of hearing the hate no matter who it is. But love you guys regardless. Just sometimes it falls on deaf ears. Seems like every time I tune in, the disgust you have for the man bleeds out of all of you, especially Andrew, which I get. I don't like a lot of presidents we've had, including Trump, but seems the hate is overtaking the kindness that's in all of you. Let the hateful ones on both sides and don't fall into that. I want to say this. So if every time you tune in, we're bashing Trump, you're getting really lucky or unlucky.
Right.
Because
it's like 10% of the show.
Any of us and anyone else on the stream who listened for 4 hours would tell you that one, maybe two segments we do about politics, not counting like Think Tank and things like that, or, if we have Brad Young on or something. And I'll tell you that my boss, Steve Moore, would like it if I never mentioned Trump's name because, of course, it's going to alienate about half the people. I don't want to be hateful. Since I don't believe in the traditional biblical God, all I have going for me is to live a life of kindness, which I really, really try to do. But I also committed a long time ago to being intellectually honest on the show with my listeners. And I would be much more popular in St. Louis, conservative Catholic St. Louis, if, like many of my colleagues, I pretended to be Christian. But I can't do that because I have too much respect for people who are Christian to just wear that like a sweater that I take off when I get home. And I feel the same way about President Trump. I've never been super political. I've covered it on my show for 26 years. I've done a lot, countless hits on national television back during the Obama years. But I think Donald Trump is a generationally bad person, not just a bad president. I think he's a bad person. And I think he's doing great harm to people and the country. Thinking that, I would be a gigantic wussy and a gigantic hypocrite if I just sold it more than I already do. And so I could do a 4-hour podcast every day about how I feel about President Trump. I acknowledge that maybe a third to a half, maybe 75%, I don't know, all of you, would disagree with me and think that he's either somewhere between a good guy and a good president or the best ever. I see Mark Cox most mornings. He believes that. We see each other. We shake hands. We hug. Hey, brother, how you doing? We don't have an issue with each other. But we all have to look in the mirror at the end of the day. We all have to be accountable to our kids. And 20 years from now, I don't want my kids to go like, well, my dad kind of carried the water for someone he didn't believe in. So that's what it is. And so if every time you tune in, I or one of the other guys are saying something bad about Trump, again, you're getting really lucky because we don't talk about it that much. We talk about puppets way more than Trump.
I mean, the puppet to Trump ratio today is about 8-1.
Yeah, it is. But I just have to say that I just have to be honest about what I believe. And I'm pretty open-minded, at least I think I am. When my Christian friends try to reconvert me, I don't tell them to shut up. I listen to them. So there you go. I just wanted to respond to Randy.
I also think it's weird that Randy took out of that it was a Trump bash because we were talking about somebody that worked for him gambling on speeches. There was maybe one sentence in there where I think, Dave, you said something like, it's because he's corrupt too and he doesn't care or something. That was it. That entire segment was about a guy operating a teleprompter making over $100,000 wagering on inside information with Trump's speeches. That wasn't a segment about Donald Trump. There was one sentence about Donald Trump in that thing.
Yeah. And one sentence. And we will talk about him later because there's going to be a very big speech tonight.
And I'll tell you this. I'll stop being nasty about it when he stops lying. When he stops making stuff up. The president of the United States can be a lot of things. You can't be a BSer. I don't care whether you're a Democrat or a Republican. You can't be making up stuff all the time just because it suits you in the moment. And why should I be nice about that? Would you be nice about, I'm not talking to Randy, I mean, would any of you be nice about that if it was somebody you didn't vote for? Because I'm the same way for whether I vote for someone or not. I want somebody to be honest. I want them to follow the law. I don't want them to think they can do whatever they want and say whatever they want just because they're in that seat. And we should all feel that way.
Yeah, I get what you guys are saying, and you want to speak to what you believe, and I think that's important. But I do think what I took away from Randy's comment was mainly like, I love listening to this show to have fun, and he likes the show because he does like see kindness in all of us and that, I mean, I tend to agree that sometimes that can get, there are times where we go down the path and it's like, now it's just, and you know what else he did? And it's like, okay, I don't really like talking about that much, quite frankly. Like, it can just, there can be times where it, like, don't you want to pump the brakes sometimes and be like, yeah, I don't really want to go down this road. I know you do. I know you do.
We all do. And I also think that we have a responsibility because it's KMOX, it's News Talk, it's the voice of St. Louis. I've told my boss, Steve, many times, hey, go all sports, and I'll never mention Trump again. Do away with news, and I'll never mention Trump again. Give me a morning show on one of the FM stations. I'll never mention Trump again. But when you're on a news station and you have one of the, if not the most impactful presidents of all time who every day creates stories, we don't go looking for them. Every day he creates stories. Then I ask you and him and everyone, how do I do my job without talking about it? You know? So
that's it.
That's it.
And every one of us would say the same thing. We would much rather not talk about it. Yeah. But if you're going to talk about something, you also can't soft pedal it and pretend something that you're not.
You're not doing anyone a favor.
No.
I'll tell you guys about Stuart at Stuart's American Mortgage. As I keep saying, I didn't know him before this. I met him one time before the last few months when he became a client. And he has really impressed me. I see the way he does business. I see the kind of guy he is. He is very committed to his religion. He's very committed to being ethical and moral in his business. It's kind of the foundation of what he does. He said that just the last time he was on air with us. And he does something that no other mortgage person within the sound of my voice does. He pays off your fees. That's why it's called a bagel loan, because a bagel looks like a zero. He pays zero fees. That's been very good marketing for him, and he stands behind it. The other thing he's doing right now is he extended what he was doing in June through July. Maybe he'll even extend it further. And that is for everyone who does a new 30-year mortgage, he's going to take 1% off whatever rate you are otherwise qualified for. So you qualify for a 6, he's going to take it down to a 5 for 12 months. And he's doing that because he and other mortgage people think that the rates are going to come down between a year and 18 months from now, and that'll kind of get you through. Call him on his cell phone or shoot him a text, 314-324-4440, NMLS 226715.
The thing that you need in the morning, when you first wake up.
Total Information AM.
I like to be informed with the news and like to know, like in the mornings, I like to know what's going on.
Debbie Monterey, Megan Lynch, Tom Ackerman.
It's always smart to know what's going on.
Your morning news and information.
The national and local news.
Weather.
Sports.
I like the traffic reports.
Total Information AM.
I listen to it in the mornings. It really gets me going.
Total Information AM. Weekdays 5 to 9 on the voice of St. Louis, KMOX.
Dave Murray's weather forecast is sponsored by i3 Broadband. Summer celebrations are here, and i3 Broadband keeps you connected. Head over to i3broadband.com/radio today or call 1-866-806-5485 to upgrade today, because life runs better on fiber, and i3 Broadband is here for you.
The summer creep is certainly back in across the St. Louis area, but it is the middle of July. We have to expect this. Partly sunny skies, warm to hot temperatures, and quite humid. There will be some spot thunderstorms around, so we have to watch the sky. Some will see some brief heavy downpours of rain and lightning, though that's certainly not for everybody. We should top out at about 93. Spot evening thunderstorms up until sunset. Otherwise, partly cloudy and 75. Instant replay on Friday. Partly sunny, warm to hot and humid with spot afternoon and evening thunderstorms about 93 on Friday. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
You work hard, follow the rules, and get absolutely slammed by taxes. Your paycheck taxed, your property taxed, everything you buy taxed. Missouri's tax system isn't broken, it's rigged against you. The lawyers and lobbyists working for big corporations and the super rich buried over 200 loopholes for themselves in our tax code. While they pay nothing on the services they use, working families are taxed over and over. It's no wonder they're lying about Amendment 5. Our corrupt tax system is rigged in their favor. They're getting a free ride on your back. Don't believe their lies. The truth is, Amendment 5 closes loopholes exploited by the super rich and slashes taxes paid by Missouri's working families, phasing out income taxes and cutting property taxes. They finally pay what they owe while you keep what you earn. Vote yes on Amendment 5, paid for by Missouri Promise PAC.
And Doug.
Hot dog! Get your hot dog!
Customize! Customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
Hey, what are you doing?
I like your method. Direct. To the point. A little loud, but...
Listen, people don't buy car insurance the same way they do hot dogs.
Not yet, but both are customizable.
Popcorn! Get your popcorn!
Hey, this is a hot dog area.
And customize and save area. Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Hey guys, Kevin Wheeler here. I want to tell you about Burn Balance Complex, which you can pick up at supplement superstores, and I highly recommend doing it because to me, Burn Balance Complex is not magic. It's a cheat code. What it does is it makes the process of getting in better shape, staying on an exercising plan, staying on an eating plan, it makes those things so much easier to do because it gets your body working with you instead of against you. You know, a lot of us, I think I recently saw an article said 70, 80% of people have a metabolism that is not operating at optimal levels. That's what Burn Balance Complex primarily does. It is a complete metabolism system to get your body working the way that it's supposed to. It's the same idea as maintenance on your car, right? You take care of the engine so that it performs the way that it should. It's more efficient. It's going to last longer. That's what we're talking about with Burn Balance Complex and your fitness goals. It's a natural weight loss option, so if you're a person that doesn't want to go to get a prescription or do injections, it's right there for you, and it's super easy. The instructions are easy to follow. In addition to the metabolism boost, you're talking about lower stress levels with lower cortisol levels, better sleep. You're getting appetite and craving control, which is a big deal when it comes to sticking to a plan. All-day focused energy with no jitters or crash. And as I said at the beginning, it's not magic, man. I'm not trying to sell you. You can take this, and all of a sudden, you're going to be in shape. You got to make good decisions. You got to work out. Burn Balance Complex makes doing those things so much easier that you stay on the plans that you're on. So get out to supplement superstores. Tell them Kevin Wheeler sent you in. They'll knock 30% off right then and there on the Burn Balance Complex. You can find your location at supplementsuperstores.com.
Get inside your Redbirds in the 2026 season every Tuesday at noon. It's All Access with Cardinals manager Ollie Marmol on your voice of the Cardinals, KMOX.
Welcome back, guys. DGS 236. Just found out that Ricky Horton's going to join us in the next segment.
Nice.
Ricky is officially off this week, but
he likes you.
He can't stay away from me that long.
I figured you guys have probably been like texting behind the scenes and everything anyway, right?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I think I know.
Wouldn't you like to see what we send each other?
No, I don't think I want to.
I could bring you in on it. Yeah, that got really weirdly sexual, didn't it? Just right off the jump. Andrew, they are shooting a movie next to your house?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So you guys know I live right on the other side of the gate.
Yeah, just right outside.
Right outside the gate.
There's the gated community, and then there's Andrew's house.
Mm-hmm. Right outside the gate.
Yeah.
And
like
right,
a little guard shack.
Yes. Right inside the gate. A ways inside the gate. They are shooting a movie. And it's pretty cool. I've been driving by it obsessively, taking pictures, stalking around
I bet you have.
Scaling the house that they're shooting in. No, there's a big castle-like, absolutely beautiful house up on the bluffs, and they are shooting there with a couple of actors from the CW shows.
Ooh.
Which was very exciting to my wife because she watched all that garbage. So she is
Which shows?
They're shooting a garbage movie by my house.
No, the movie is maybe not garbage. It might be garbage. The Originals is one of the shows, and then Arrow is another one.
Okay.
And anyway, we've been looking for the actors, but we haven't seen them yet. But it's fun to see an actual movie set, like a whole production.
Yeah.
It's a remake of Herbert West's Reanimator, which is a short story by H.P. Lovecraft that's been made into a movie quite a few times over the years. This is the latest take on it. The screenwriters visited Alton kind of around Christmas time And they fell so in love with the town, they decided that instead of being set in like a fictional town that they made up, they actually wanted it to be set in Alton.
Nice.
That's
and
fun.
be like make the town like part of the story.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. That's really exciting.
Very cool.
I like all the old Reanimator movies, so I'm excited to see this one.
Very nice.
It's gonna be super neat.
I see that Malcolm McDowell was attached at one point.
Maybe that was pretty
Ooh,
quickly
boy.
redacted, and now it's these two CW people who, like I said, Megan could not be more thrilled about. She's hoping to catch a glimpse of them. But it's funny because so around my neighborhood there have been signs. I've been seeing signs that say "toast it." It's like toast it this way, right? And with like arrows pointing in all different directions. And I'm like, who is Toasted? Get him out of my neighborhood. I don't want Toasted around here. Why is Toasted hanging out? So I get home a couple nights ago, and my wife says, like, did you see all those signs about the movie that say, like, to set this way? And I said, I was like, I didn't see any signs that said to set. I haven't seen a single. They're everywhere. She's like, they're everywhere. I haven't seen a single one. And then it wasn't until the next day I was driving by and I saw the Toasted sign, and I was like, oh, Toasted. Of course.
That's pretty great.
They made a movie in my childhood in Alton. I want to say it had Kurt Russell in it, and it was about bowling.
Whoa.
Can one of you guys Google that for me?
Let's see.
It was
like-
Kingpin.
No, it's like a one-word name, though.
It was called Mr. Bowler.
He bowls an overboard. I love that movie.
No, this was like in the early 70s.
Alton was not incorporated until 1992.
It was in the Alton area then.
I'm gonna look up Kurt
You guys
Russell
are really
Alton.
fighting me on this.
No, I'm trying to find it. Kurt Russell Alton.
Let me talk to my phone.
He's not an Alton native.
What was the movie shot in Alton, Illinois in the 1970s
Dreamer?
about a bowler?
Is it Dreamer?
I'm ignoring you.
Oh, Bullhaven.
Bullhaven.
You got the boy voice? I'm just a little surprised by that. I'm just a little surprised.
Why would that surprise you?
Because I think that Siri is like the default, right? So you went in and you chose him?
Yeah.
What did you like about him?
Change him up because he's vanilla.
I think the surprise isn't the guy voice, it's that you went in and changed it. Because so much you just like, I don't want to touch that technology.
I'm a Renaissance man.
In this case, you were in.
Yes, Rach, it was Dreamer.
Dreamer.
There you go.
Dreamer's 2005.
No, this is 1979. And it was shot in Alton. And it stars Tim Matheson.
There you go.
And Susan Blakely.
Oh, she was hot. Yeah.
Really? Oh, she is very beautiful.
Tim Matheson was the Kurt Russell of that age. So,
Andrew, you should try to be an extra in the movie.
I think they like redacted that because I don't think anyone's heard
and
from
Malcolm
them
McDowell
about being like an extra. Because I did apply to be an extra.
How did you do that?
There was like an application for it.
It's 2:41. This time check is sponsored by Paramount Men's Medical Center.
We are on the biggest stage in the world right now, and you know I am talking about soccer. The whole world is paying attention, and FanDuel has decided to change the game. And as you know, if you bet soccer, that sometimes your player gets subbed out, and then what happens? Your bet goes with them. Well, FanDuel says we have a better way to do it. That's not happening anymore. With FanDuel Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues with the substitute. So you are still in it until the final whistle. Just go to FanDuel.com/Missouri to get started now. I've been telling you about this app for many, many months. I love using it. It's easy to use. All the information you need is right there. FanDuel.com/Missouri. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. Must be 21 or over and present in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
America is turning 250 this year, and Circa Sports is celebrating by offering all users in Missouri $250. For everyone in Missouri, all you have to do is deposit $250 on your Circa Sports app, then play through that deposit. Once you do, Circa Sports will reward you with $250 right in your account. This is available for everyone in Missouri, new and existing users. Celebrate 250 years and find out more at circasports.com today. Must be 21 or older and in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Retiring soon? Get the information you need by joining Kyle Jones and Matt Allgeier of Fira Capital Management for your retirement highway, Sunday mornings at 9:30. Investment advisory services made available through Pine Ridge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Securities made available through AE Financial Services, LLC, member FINRA and SIPC.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter.
Let's take a break.
Good idea.
Hey, Tom, what are you doing on that Amendment 4?
You know we fought for our freedom and rights. I'm not giving them away without a fight.
4 takes them?
That's exactly what 4 does. For over 100 years, Missouri voters have used our constitutional power to act when the politicians refused. I'll be darned if I'm voting to pass on less freedom and power to my kids.
And doesn't 4 kill majority rule?
Yep, creates minority rule, where just 5% of statewide voters in one district can block any citizen-led reform, making it nearly impossible to pass citizen-led ballot measures.
That's just dumb.
And when the politicians refuse to act, we've used citizen-led ballot measures to pass some big stuff, like lobbyist reforms, term limits for career politicians, and outlawing tax hikes without voter approval.
I'm not surrendering my power and rights to a bunch of politicians and lobbyists. I'm no on Amendment 4.
Hard no on 4.
Pay 4 buttons or inch prepare governance.
Broadcasting from the Scott Credit Union Studio, 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. You want to know what a good guy Ricky Horton is? He's joining us on his week off. Ricky, you just can't quit me, can you?
No, I can't. No, I got to come back every time. No, it's awesome. And I missed you guys.
Missed you too, buddy. Have you been enjoying a little bit of time off?
Oh, did we ever? We had a great time. Ann and I kind of went up to Big Cedar Lodge and just kind of enjoyed kind of hibernating a little bit up there, and it was just really fun. And now I'm headed to the airport to head to Phoenix and right back at it.
Oh, Ann. It's always Ann with this guy.
It is. Well, hey, 43 years. I better say that, right? So,
good point. That's awesome. So let's go retrospective. I know what you thought of it, but give me your reaction to Jordan Walker pulled off in the home run derby.
Well, I'm so pumped for him. I really am. And, I've said this many times. I'm not a home run derby enthusiast, so I don't watch it, never have. I care about it, but I don't. So, but the point is, I care about it this time because Jordan Walker did what he did. And I also care about Jordan being exposed to kind of a greater fan base, maybe, because he did this. Because, he's been under the radar maybe more than he should have been. He should have been elected first team All-Star. He should be starting in the All-Star game, for goodness sakes, which he didn't. But I think this helps.
Yeah. Rick, I'm just going to throw you the softball, and let's just talk about this. And I know it's not the second half of the season, but the second portion of the season. What are you looking for?
Right. Yeah, don't say that around John Rooney. John does not like that. John goes, he is like, no, it is the second half started like 2 weeks ago.
Right,
yeah, no.
right.
So but this is kind of they're always important. Like if you ask Ollie about like a big series or a big trip, or he hates that because they're all big. I mean, I can't only worry about what is in front of me, but I do think from a 30,000 foot kind of view, it'd be great to get off to a good start on this trip, playing Arizona and then the Angels. I mean, you could win more than you lose on this trip. I think that's important. If they do that, I think that kind of solidifies them as a contender, contender for a playoff spot, which I think may change kind of what you do in 2 weeks. I think the next 10 days, I think will be key for that. We also had the draft since we talked, and the draft I think was very, very positive for the Cardinals. And yet, you're still kind of wondering, is it short term or medium term or long term? What should we be thinking about?
Yeah, it is fascinating. And I wouldn't think, Ricky, that anything changes too dramatically as far as the front office plans between now and the deadline, barring a dramatic shift in performance. Go win 12 of the next 13 or lose 12 of the next 13. I think maybe those kinds of runs could change that direction, but I think those runs are obviously statistically unlikely. So most likely, I think they have an idea, and they'll, there may be a small sell, there may be a small buy, but I wouldn't anticipate anything dramatic.
Yeah, no, and I think there would be some pieces that we have that people would want.
Yeah,
that are more kind of front line. So let's just say Jojo Romero. Let's say Dustin May. I mean, those are guys that are maybe Riley O'Brien. Those are guys that somebody would go, whoa, that would be pretty awesome to have that piece. And then, but the question is, and would Heim listen to an offer for those guys for some a whole set of prospects that were really intriguing? Of course he would. I mean, he'd be stupid not to. I know that won't play well because you'd say, wait a minute, you're breaking up our dynasty here. But honestly, this is just a good group of guys. I think they're going to keep playing the way they play. And if you end up having, some reinforcements from AAA and AA, maybe that's not all bad.
Yeah, I mean, there are definitely guys pushing. There's been the speculation about Newt. Because it kind of follows the calendar that Brendan Donovan was on, right? Like you're getting near free agency.
Yeah.
And look, Joshua Baez has 28 home runs in Memphis, and if you trade Newt, you have a guy stepping in that fans are going to be excited about. So it's not really as impactful to a fan base. And if you get a good return, it's kind of a good, to use Moselak's term, it's a good arbitrage if you're pulling something like that.
Yeah, and I think that's a great word to use right now. And Mo kind of taught us all that word. I'd heard of it, but I didn't know what it meant. Right. But I looked it up after he kept talking about it. But so if you end up having, let's say Quinn Matthews and Bryson Motts and Mason Molina instead of, some of the starters that somebody really covets, and you have a different closer, you have a Gastelum. I feel like you can survive that and still kind of compete the next couple of months, but you could set yourself up for something pretty special.
Yeah, and the thing is, a guy like Quinn Matthews, just as an example, has really been on a good run.
He has.
His command is still questionable, but in the last 30 days, a 3.50 ERA with 97 strikeouts and 79 innings, and it's even better than that in the last 10 days. In the last 10 days, he has been on an absolute tear. So really, his last 10 games, not 10 days, but his last 10 games, he's been on a tear. So it's a, in that span, it's a 2.55 ERA in 10 starts.
Yeah, So I like, you're talking about three different left-handers, because I'm going to throw Molina into this.
Yeah,
too,
Mason's been good this year.
I saw him in spring training. He's more of he's a pitch maker. I like him a lot. And, I feel like his delivery is more repeatable than Mott's is, but Mott's is great. Not great, but his numbers are great. His ERA is 103, I think, at the last I saw it. And, of course, Matthews has the swing and miss stuff. So you're talking about three left-handers, and I'm not even talking about Liam Doyle yet.
No.
You got three guys that are kind of not far away. So, do you give him a shot? I don't think it would be the worst thing.
Plus Dobbins, right? So you know that he's got a little taste of the big leagues, too. So if you're in the position to move a starter, we would assume May because he's a free agent, but who knows? They could probably do something different. But
so two guys we never talk about anymore because, they're hurt, is Richard Fitz and Tekoa Roby.
Right.
But those two guys, they may be more on top of the list of a guy like Ollie, who saw them pitch, knows what they are. They're hurt, but in terms of long term, those are guys that we're going to be hearing from.
Oh, and look, you know this too, but Durangelo Saintia just got moved to Memphis.
Yeah.
So he's a top prospect. We've seen great things from Tanner Franklin, like the pitching development, and Jacob Odel's a name people should pay attention to, who's made a big leap this year. Only an A-ball, but the point is they're really starting to get on track with the pitching.
Yeah, and the draft, I think, just kind of is an add-on to that. I think the fact that the Cardinals had so many top picks to go to, and they got a lot of guys that throw 98 to 100, which, that still has to translate to getting somebody out. I mean, I get that. Trust me, I get that because I tend to want somebody that can pitch first, have velo second. But the way the game is now, you're better off trying to get the velo and teach them how to pitch. I think that's kind of where we are. I feel like the draft is going to be very helpful. I think Randy Flores should get some pats on the back for some of the guys that he found.
Rick, I know you're not a get down in the mud and throw crap at people, but I want to give you a chance to respond. Some of the guys from Barstool Sports, if you saw this, are saying that St. Louis is so overrated, and we think we're the best fans, and we're boring.
I did see that.
Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, I did. I did see that. Well, I mean, I was hooraying one of the. I did not respond because I know that once I get in that, I'm gonna waste about 7 hours on the internet. But one of the responses was pretty clear. It's like, look, Cardinal fans don't go around talking about that. This is something that people say, and people say that to us. Visiting broadcasters say to us they love the Cardinal fans. The Cardinal fans are so supportive. They appreciate good play on the other team. That's how they define, and I'm talking about ex-players, that's how you define what a good fan is, somebody that appreciates good play, whether it's your team or not. Now, other cities think a good fan is whoever throws the most stuff at people and yells the loudest. And it's like, that's not a fan. That's a maniac to me. So it's like, it really depends on how you interpret what being a good fan is. And, is St. Louis perfect? Of course we're not. But honestly, if you don't want to come and live in St. Louis and enjoy the culture and a great place to raise a family like I know it is, then go do it wherever you want to. But I don't need to listen to that.
All right, buddy. Enjoy the rest of the time off. We'll be listening to you tomorrow.
All right, guys. Good to be with you.
He missed me.
He did.
You could feel it. Going a little far with this, aren't I?
It's funny, though.
I'm starting to really get mad at his wife.
Wait till she sees you and gives you a look. Like, hey, leave my man alone.
Used to those looks. Tell you guys about my friend Ben Barnett at Timberline Professional Tree Care. This is apropos of nothing, but for some reason last night, TikTok thought that I would enjoy seeing some mishaps when tree people cut down trees and they fall on cars and houses. And it's pretty horrific and catastrophic. And when I met Ben, he said, look, first thing I need to tell you is I'm a certified master arborist. 7 other of the people on my staff are certified arborists, but you don't have to have any certification, any kind of a permit to go out there and be a tree service. You got a pickup truck and a chainsaw, and you can put a magnetic sign on the side of your truck that says Dave's Tree Service. You're in business. So you have to be very, very careful because not only do you not want something catastrophic to happen, a lot of times these guys don't carry any sort of insurance or bonds. We have all that stuff. We're very, very good. We can plant trees. We can take trees out. We can remove stumps. We can diagnose how your trees are doing. If you know that a tree is in distress and it's losing its leaves early and its bark looks weird or the roots are exposed or something, we can diagnose it and say, like, yeah, it was planted too shallow, it was planted too deep. It's the soil, it's a bug, and we can bring those trees back. STLTreeCare.com for Timberline.
Cardinals fans, this is Ricky Horton. Have you ever had a dream of meeting your favorite former Cardinals? You can make those dreams come true all season long with St. Louis Cardinals alumni experiences. You can join me and other former Cardinals players at events including Cardinals Conversations, Fans at Bat, Turn 2 with Ozzy, Cardinals Kids Clinics, and Cardinals Fantasy Camps. Don't miss your chance to make lifelong memories. Visit cardinals.com/alumni for more information.
If you're craving baseball conversations about your favorite players, alumni, and franchise memories, you'll love that Cardinals Magazine is dedicated to the stories that matter most to you. From Gold Gloves to championship rings, from the Wizard and Willie to Albert, Yachty, Uncle Charlie, and well beyond. Their careers define our pages. Treat yourself or a friend to a subscription today at cardinals.com/magazine. Cardinals Magazine, past, present, and future, it's all here.
For state senate, I like Mike. Mike Deering knows what a hard day's work looks like because he's done it his whole life.
I like Mike. He's a dad. He knows what our families are up against.
Mike Deering's a businessman. He knows what red tape actually costs.
I like Mike because Mike Deering stands with President Trump. Secure the border, cut our taxes, put Missouri first.
I'm Mike Deering. Career politicians spend more and tax more while your family gets squeezed. I'll lower your taxes, keep your money in your pockets, and cut government waste so deep it'll make the politicians squeal.
Mike Deering, farmer, small business owner, dad, conservative. I like Mike.
I like Mike.
I like Mike. For state senate, I like Mike. Mike Deering. On Tuesday, August 4th, vote Republican Mike Deering for state senate. Make common sense conservative leadership common again. Paid for by friends of Mike Deering. Megan Kaiser, treasurer.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Honey, did you invite the minions over?
Well, you know how we talked about getting Wi-Fi from Xfinity?
Yeah.
I ordered it this morning, was online in minutes, then they showed up.
So they just came over to use the Wi-Fi? For what?
Better not to know.
Get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi from Xfinity. Plus, lock in your price for 5 years and see Minions and Monsters only in theaters. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Learn more at xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
The trusted voice of St. Louis. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
At 3 o'clock, we've got a cloudy sky right now downtown at the Arch. It is 84 degrees. Watch out on the roads this afternoon. Heavy rain flooded I-70 near Union Boulevard in both directions for a while. Westbound appears to be open. They had been working a crash in the eastbound lanes at Union. Looks like those, according to the cameras, are open now too. A flood advisory is in effect for the city and the county until 5 p.m. A St. Louis man is facing charges after allegedly abandoning a baby in the road and leading police on a chase.
36-year-old Christopher Pearson is accused of abandoning a child in the middle of Natural Bridge and Goodfellow. According to charging documents, Pearson was seen by witnesses leaving the child in a car seat before driving away in his Tesla. Pearson was later spotted by law enforcement while driving and attempting to flee. When he turned down a dead-end road, he drove through a fenced-in yard before coming to a complete stop. He was spotted tossing a pistol from the vehicle, with 2 more found inside. Pearson faces 1 count of endangering the welfare of a child and 1 count of resisting arrest. Police say the baby is unharmed, but did not give Pearson's reasoning for abandoning it. Sean Malone, KMOX News.
Searchers are back in the Merrimack River at Castlewood State Park looking for a 19-year-old who drowned last night. The victim's brother watched him go under at about 8:15, had to hike out of the park to call for help, so crews were not notified until nearly 9 p.m. They searched for 2 hours before stopping for safety and resumed at 7:30 this morning. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth says military flyovers will continue after a series of viral videos showing low-flying aircraft near public beaches.
Officials with the U.S. Navy's Blue Angels said they're conducting a review of a low-altitude pass that rocked beachgoers in Pensacola Beach, Florida on Wednesday morning. But on social media, Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth wrote, quote, "The flyovers will continue until morale improves," while the White House shared photos of the incident with the caption, quote, "It's okay to love America." It's not the first time Hegseth has gone to social media to intervene after similar incidents. 8 military helicopter pilots who flew low over the South Carolina coast on July 4th had their suspensions lifted after Hegseth publicly called for the reversal. Peter Haralamus, ABC News.
Americans were buying more cars last month and happily fueling them up. ABC's Jim Ryan has the latest report from the Census Bureau.
U.S. consumers purchased $768 billion worth of stuff last month, slightly more than the previous month and more than 6.5% above the level of June 2025. Amazon's Prime Day helped to push up retail sales, but bars and restaurants don't appear to have benefited much from World Cup. Government analysts say receipts from those establishments barely budged last month.
The average long-term U.S. mortgage rate climbed this week to its highest level in nearly a year, driving up borrowing costs for prospective home buyers. Mortgage buyer Freddie Mac said that the benchmark 30-year fixed-rate mortgage rate rose to 6.55% from 6.49% last week. 1 year ago, the average rate was 6.75%. Let's get you an update of the St. Louis Business Index now. We take you to Stifel. Scott Bedell. Scott.
Good afternoon, Michael. Hello, everyone. Continued selling in technology stocks, particularly semiconductor manufacturers, sent most investors to the sidelines today. At the closing bell, the Dow Jones Industrial Average lost 105 points, or 0.2% to 52,553. The S&P 500 down 0.5% at 7,533, while NASDAQ tumbled 1.5%, finishing at 25,881. The Bloomberg St. Louis Stock Index bucked the trend by gaining 0.6%, finishing at 1,707. Looking at some stocks of local interest, Spire gained 2.25% at $81.95. Post Holdings rose a little bit more than 3% at $87.89. On the downside, Stifel Financial slipped 6 cents at $78.69. Esco Technologies fell 1.75% to $322.32. And finally, Cigna, parent company to Express Scripts, lost 4.75% to finish at $283.82. This has been Scott Bedell from Stifel Financial, member SIPC and New York Stock Exchange. For more information on our firm, we invite you to visit our website at stifel.com.
Again, they have cleared the situation on 70 around Union. There was flooding and a crash there earlier. Now MoDOT says that is cleared. Also cleared a crash on 6440 going east at Big Bend. Still a stalled vehicle on 6440 going west at the Missouri River. That's on the right shoulder.
It's a summertime Thursday afternoon across St. Louis. Partly sunny skies, warm to hot and humid. And there will be a couple of spot thunderstorms around. Where they pop, there'll be some very heavy downpours of rain and some lightning, though that's not for everybody. And we should peak out at about 93 degrees. Spot evening thunderstorms up until sunset. Otherwise, partly cloudy tonight, 75. Friday, instant replay. Partly sunny, warm to hot and humid. Spot afternoon and evening thunderstorms, 93 degrees. Saturday and Sunday, sunny, right around 93 each day over the weekend. There is a possibility, it's just a possibility, that our humidity could be slightly lower. It's nothing to write home about, but something that at least gives us a little bit of hope. But right now, it's going to be hot right through the weekend. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Weather is sponsored by Steve Butts and the entire Crawford Butts family. As America celebrates its 250th anniversary, Steve Butts and everyone at Crawford Butts Insurance wish everyone a safe and joyful summer, proudly serving the community for generations. Happy 250th, America. Right now, clouds and 84 downtown at the Arch. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Welcome back, DGS on KMOX. Few minutes past 3 p.m. Every Wednesday, Ryan Wiggins is with us, and so far it's only been one Wednesday. So
yeah, we've done a really good job of scheduling.
We are locked up down here in the DGS.
Every Wednesday, I'm like, oh, this is my Glover day. Oh, wait, not this week, though.
So you just got back from Branson?
I just got back from Branson. I am surprised at how much I like it, and I don't know if that's because I'm getting older and maybe I'm in the demo now.
Right.
Or if Branson is just getting more polished at doing everything.
I bet it's both.
Yeah?
Yeah, I bet it's both.
The shows just don't seem as crazy as they used to, which a part of me misses. Like, that's to me, that is Branson, is just the nutty, goofy costumes of these people that you're like, wow, that's Ron Jerton. And you're like, and like his name's everywhere, and you're like, Dave, you've never seen Ron Jerton. And you're like, that's not a celebrity, but they make themselves into celebrities. And I miss some of that. There's still a little bit of it here and there, but it's weird because you drive past some theaters and they're just like the Shoji theaters, they're just not. There's nothing happening. And some of those like famous names, they're not really doing anything there, or they've abandoned. I don't know.
Like Yakov Smirnoff, isn't he?
Well, I think he's still there.
Yeah.
I think he's like his stuff is still big and everywhere.
Were you here the day he came in?
No.
Dude,
Man, he camped out.
He stayed, and we're not exaggerating, he did a hit with someone in the morning, and he stayed for 6 hours.
Yep.
And he sat on the couch out by the kitchen with his shoes off.
Just chilling, making phone calls.
Wait a minute. How long ago was this?
I'll send you the picture.
Thank
It was
you.
two-ish.
I
2-3
do
years.
remember that then. I don't know that I realized that he had stayed that long.
Yeah.
Okay. Was it to do your show?
No.
It was just
hanging out.
To hang out. But I think he did some TV that day too.
Maybe that's what it was. He had time
And
to
he
kill.
had time to kill in between. So
Also, I believe Yakov's really more of a Branson guy than a Vegas guy.
that's what we're saying.
We're just talking about Branson.
Oh, I thought you said you were in Vegas.
No. He was in Brand Vegas.
He was in. Yeah, I knew that. I knew you were in Branson.
Thanks for listening to the show.
Andrew's like,
I was half listening. I'm doing stuff.
But you still had the balls to step in and correct the whole
I
thing.
was confident.
Way more of a Branson guy, by the way.
I had confidence.
So anyway, we just got back from Vegas and we saw Yakov. Yakov Smirnoff was there.
and funnily, all,
Ryan, I have
all
the-
of the Branson theaters were in Vegas suddenly.
Ryan, I have the best story about Yakov being here. You've never heard it before.
No, I don't like the lead-in.
So you did Silver Dollar City.
Yeah, we did Silver Dollar City. It's great. That is a really good park and underrated. The theming there is top-notch. I mean, that feels like you are walking through old Ozark country, and everything's made of wood, and they have, just like the people look genuinely like, oh, that person could actually be here, but they're in costume.
Right.
And you're like, oh, yeah, okay. So it was great. And we did see a show, which I am not, like, my parents had a condo down there for quite a while. They don't anymore, so we don't go quite as often as I used to. But because it was just like a free vacation when you're 18, you're like, I'm just going to go stay in the condo and figure it out. And it was fun because you're just away.
I didn't realize you were East Side rich.
Oh, yeah. Man. Oh, yeah. We had a timeshare we could go to maybe twice a year.
Your family must have thousands of dollars.
If we were lucky. I mean, yeah, they bought into it when I was in like 8th grade.
That would have been a dream.
It was.
Just a dream.
It was great. And we'd take friends down there. And it was always goofy because we're going to Branson, and we're 19 years old.
Right. You're like,
yeah, right. But it was a nice little condo, and we got it, a couple times a year, and we'd stay down there. Never did the shows, though. Never did the shows because we always just made fun of them.
Yeah.
And then now I'm like, I wouldn't mind seeing a magician. And we did. We saw a magician named Reza.
I'm starting to think it's you getting older now.
I think so,
Yeah, I was
right?
gonna say,
It
this
sounds
is like old
it.
man dad
You're
stuff.
seeking out magicians.
And we did, and it was fun, and we sat,
Did you go to Ripley's?
No, we didn't.
Do they
go to
have one
Ripley's.
there?
They do.
I
And
figured they would. All the vacation towns have a Ripley's.
yeah, and the outside is very impressive of Ripley's.
Is it because it's upside down?
Oh yeah, they're all
The building's
crazy.
always
the
upside
building's
down.
cracking in
Yeah.
half. You can't believe it's still standing.
Question: if the Lake of the Ozarks got in a war with Branson, Table Rock Lake, who's winning that war?
Are you talking about patrons?
Yeah.
Branson.
Yeah?
I think so.
They're less drunk?
I was gonna say they're sober.
I just think there's more people there than you realize. I think Lake of the Ozarks seems like it's a little bit more of a tourist destination, where Branson, you're drawing from deep Arkansas. I mean, you're drawing from some areas where people are going to have guns you didn't even know existed.
Isn't it funny to think that there are people who come from Arkansas who think that Branson's not hick enough?
I guess so. We met
like coming
some
to the
people
city.
there.
Right.
Like, so there were people that they're just so friendly. It was so surprising how much people are just willing to just kind of talk to you randomly. And some lady came up to us at our little breakfast buffet that we were doing at our hotel, and she's like, "Oh, I see that you guys are from Illinois." I was wearing a shirt that said something about Illinois. And she said, "We're from Illinois too. We make the drive from Southern Illinois to Branson almost every year." And there are a lot of people that do that. I bet there are a lot of people listening to us right now that Branson is a yearly, if not more often, destination.
Yeah.
And it is underrated. Like, I want to be on record and saying that Branson is made fun of nationally, but when you get there, it is fun. There's a lot to do. And the shows are so crazy that you could see a show there probably every night for 3 or 4 weeks and not see them all. And you're like, how does this exist here in Southwest Missouri? But yet there it is.
Maybe you should try to book some gigs down there.
I don't really know what I would do.
Clean stand-up.
So, like, clean up after the stand-up artist is done?
Yes.
So, like, they get done making a mess. So, like,
Now you get to
Gallagher's
clean
there.
up, yeah.
He smashes watermelons. I come through with a broom.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nate Bargatze's always looking for clean comics.
That's true. I actually know a couple people who are part of his orbit now, and he's starting a theme park.
Right.
I mean, that's incredible. I think that's so cool. And I've just been looking into recently the economy of entertainment and the fact that even places like Netflix are starting to build out entertainment venues. Have you seen this?
No.
So they're trying to create places where you go to and experience Stranger Things, or you experience a Netflix show in person. You can watch it too, but it's almost borderline theme park that they're getting into because they realize everybody's got the same screens, but you can only do things in person if you're there.
Right.
And I think all of us are realizing at the same time, yeah, that's a different form of entertainment. And we, like theaters and stuff are going to start realizing that over the next 5 to 10 years.
Gotcha.
And it's really interesting to see the economy of screen-based entertainment changing to be more in-person experiential.
What an interesting generation we are in, especially me, having done it longer than you guys, to just see entertainment evolving before your eyes. Like, difficult to keep up with,
Yeah, I don't know. Really, it's just we're so inundated with screen media that I think people have, at some point, the pie gets so big that it just can't grow anymore. And everybody's trying to get their little sliver of it. But at some point, you can't just, like, there's only 24 hours in a day. You can only have somebody watching TV or whatever that much. Yeah. So at some point, it's got to change and people look for different experiences. And Branson's one of them.
Man, I'm looking at the Silver Dollar City dining options here. They have a restaurant called Hatfield's Tater Patch.
Oh, don't even get me started.
It's skillet potatoes, and then it looks like
the same thing.
Well then,
you can add in sausage. Unfortunate after that, but it looks amazing. I want to go just for the food.
They have something.
When does it
there.
start being about the food? I didn't hear you describe any food.
He's really having a segment.
Having fun.
We're sorry for interrupting.
He's like, I'm doing stuff.
I'm busy. So anyway, tell me about Vegas.
So there's a place that my son and I went 2 years ago that he wasn't going on this trip. My younger son got to go this time. And my older said, you have to go to the Tater Patch.
Oh, really?
Well, there's a place right next to it called, they're called Tater Twisters.
I'm looking at that right now.
Okay, so
A competitor?
No,
it's in the same part.
Yeah, it's like a potato section.
Oh wait, is
They're part of that.
this they spiral up?
Yes.
Yeah,
on a
we
stick.
saw those. We were at Silver Dollar City a couple of years ago and we saw this.
Oh my gosh, they're so
Look who
good.
has something relevant to say.
You can get them around a hot dog.
You can, yeah.
That's
they're
crazy.
only like 50 cents more, but most people are still like, no, thank you. I'll take the original.
I just need the taters.
I need the original. And you put all this seasoning on it once you get done, and they are so good.
Oh, I want one so bad.
I can't believe I'm asking this, but I really mean it. So Tater Patch is an area or it's a restaurant?
No, Dave. Let me bring you up to
Dave,
speed
come on.
real quick.
Ryan, he doesn't know.
I know. Obviously. So Tater Patch is a restaurant. It's an establishment inside Silver Dollar City. Right next door is Tater Twisters. Now, I don't know how they're married.
I don't know, but that's Twisters is bringing in.
Is there a Mrs. Twisters?
But they cater to the same crowd and they want to hit the same people, and so they're right next door.
Okay.
It's like when there's like 2 bars right next to you. You could go tater hopping.
Right. Or there's a Starbucks right next to a Scooters. You're like, oh, they obviously are pulling coffee.
I have to go tater hopping.
Right.
Did you go to the Big Barn gift shop that has Christmas decorations all year round?
Yeah.
Oh, they have one of those there too?
Yeah.
Andrew's just Googling stuff now.
Man.
Andrew's been. Andrew's
Yeah,
been
I
to the
went,
Did
city.
you
I
get
went-
off at exit 178 by chance?
Did you go to the it's a tater patch?
Did you see the Shell station?
No, I went like after Thanksgiving 2024. It's all very fresh in my mind. I didn't go on the roller coaster because it didn't look like I'd fit very well.
What there's more. What do you mean the roller coaster?
Pick one.
The tater coaster.
I specifically mean the
Was
clock.
it the tater twister
That's the tater twister.
The clock themed one, but I also could not fit in. I don't think I could fit in any of them.
There's a
Themed
clock
roller
themed roller coaster.
Yes,
The problem is he's not completely wrong.
I'm not wrong at all.
There's not a coaster that's based on clocks, though. It's not as if you're like, oh, wow, look at the history of clocks.
How would you describe it? It's the time traveler.
It's the time traveler.
That's a little different thing, yeah. It's not quite clock.
Time clock.
Swear, I really thought you were saying clot, like a blood clot.
No.
Well,
not
that too.
Either.
And I'm like,
although
man,
that would be a cool
That's why I didn't get on the
through
ride.
The human
getting
body.
hit with gelatinous material.
At the end, you find out that the patient has a blood clot, and you gotta like
That's
plow through
the
it.
ride. That's like it's
It's a
over.
great ride.
Yeah.
It doesn't fit
and
the
the
theme.
ride is the clot being cleaned out.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get
Silver
in line
Dollar
for the
City.
tater clot.
It's got to be right next to all the fried food section.
Well, it's always lovely to see you.
Oh, you too. Great to be here.
Thank you very much. Tune in next Wednesday or Thursday for Wiggins. Let me tell you guys about Zero Res. Never prouder to be on the show. They've been with me about 18 years now, and they're really good people. I especially like Kyle, who runs St. Louis. If you ever have a problem, just say, I want to talk to Kyle, and we'll work out everything for you. They are called Zero Res because they leave behind zero residue. A lot of the other competing companies will leave behind soapy suds, which, I mean, soap exists to attract dirt. That's what it does chemically. Some use harmful chemicals. It can be bad for your kids or your pets. We don't do any of that. We use the fancy ZR water, which is a patented kind of water that we bring into your home and then take right out of your home, right out of your carpets. Every month they're going to have a DGS deal. This month it is 3 rooms of carpet, clean starting at $129. You can also get your air ducts clean starting at just $599 per unit. 314-474-2020, ZeroResSTL.com.
Hi, my name is Lloyd Lockridge, and I'm the host of a new podcast from Odyssey called Family Lore. In this podcast, I'm going to have people on to tell unusual and sometimes far-fetched stories about their families.
I've heard my whole life that she invented the margarita.
And then we're going to investigate those stories and find out how much of it is true.
He gets a patent 1 month before the Wright brothers. Oh my God.
Please follow and listen to Family Lore, an Odyssey podcast, available now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your shows.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose. And millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
You work hard, follow the rules, and get absolutely slammed by taxes. Your paycheck, taxed. Your property, taxed. Everything you buy, taxed. Missouri's tax system isn't broken, it's rigged against you. The lawyers and lobbyists working for big corporations and the super rich buried over 200 loopholes for themselves in our tax code. While they pay nothing on the services they use, working families are taxed over and over. It's no wonder they're lying about Amendment 5. Our corrupt tax system is rigged in their favor. They're getting a free ride on your back. Don't believe their lies. The truth is, Amendment 5 closes loopholes exploited by the super rich and slashes taxes paid by Missouri's working families, phasing out income taxes and cutting property taxes. They finally pay what they owe while you keep what you earn. Vote yes on Amendment 5. Paid for by Missouri Promise PAC.
Hi, this is Charlie Brennan. You know, when you go to the Audiology Center, you'll see a doctor of audiology. And with us right now, Dr. Colleen Bosler. Dr. Bosler, what are some of the signs of hearing loss?
Well, it's a number of things. Sometimes loved ones notice a person asking others to repeat themselves, or the television is too loud. What people tend to notice first with hearing loss is the loss of clarity. They can hear people talking, but they cannot always understand what's being said. That's because the hearing loss can cause you to miss certain consonant sounds, and those consonant sounds give us the detail to the word. A hearing aid can help bring back those details and give you a sense of clarity that you're missing.
Dr. Colleen Bosler at the Audiology Center with 3 locations in the greater St. Louis area. Call for an appointment, 636-441-7470. Online, theaudiologycenterstl.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Built on a century, focused on today. The voice of St. Louis, KMOX.
Welcome back. DGS 324. Dave Murray is next. Elam's up at 4 p.m. Some fun facts?
Oh, yeah.
Female kangaroos have 3 vaginas.
Okay.
I have a cousin like that.
Does it say why?
It does not give a reason.
I'm guessing they can have a bunch of babies at once.
I don't know.
The third one's called the tater twister. That's the scientific name.
Well, do they have 3 uteruses?
That's the next fun fact, just the number of uteruses they have.
So they have 2 uteruses. How interesting.
All right. So can they be pregnant at the same time?
I'm getting that. I can only Google so fast.
Yeah.
I can only read the Wikipedia so fast.
I'll give you another while she's looking. After medical students work on cadavers, it makes them very hungry. Not because of weird cannibalistic urges, but because the smell of formaldehyde increases your appetite.
Oh,
interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Did not know that. That is a fun fact.
That fact is fun.
I haven't smelled formaldehyde very much because that's for smart kids.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
yeah.
what? Oh, you mean like
in high school.
Yeah.
and
That was for
college.
like honor students.
Science
and-
class. Yeah, we did that.
They kept me away
crap.
from most of that kind of stuff.
So they have the several things going on here.
You can't say vaginas?
The kangaroos have lots of
people get mad
parts.
if women say that on
Oh.
the radio. I feel
Are
like
you
can.
kidding me?
I feel like you could get away with it more than me. I feel
Here.
like if I said it, we would have certain couple of listeners who love complaining about me chiming in.
Whenever you want to say
She's
it,
so nasty.
whenever you want to say it, point to Dave. He'll say it.
Yeah.
So they have 3
vaginas.
Because they like carry the sperm to 2 separate uteruses.
Sperm.
People get less upset by that.
Yeah.
I'm going to complain in the chat. Hold on.
The central canal serves exclusively as the birth canal, so they can be like perpetually pregnant.
I see,
It's
but there's
not-
only one pipeline that like,
From what I
shoots out the
understand,
finished product.
Called a pipeline.
That's what it was.
this is a tough topic to talk about on the air.
Wheeler's not helping you.
I thought I
There's a
simplified it.
pipeline for the vagina?
No,
Oh,
I mean,
no, that's for the baby boy, the little Joey to come
he's
out. That's his
doing
little
just
shoot
fine.
to come out.
Fine, I'll say it. Kangaroo vagina. 3 of them.
K-Gine.
Oh, boy.
3 of them.
How many wieners they got?
I mean, you'd think they'd have
Well, I
to
would
have at
think
least
the
3.
females would have none.
You'd think the guy would have at least 3, or else all this deficiency is going to waste.
I'm Gonna go out on a limb and say nope.
See, and you have the slang for that.
We have so many slangs for that.
Male kangaroos just have the one.
One dong.
Okay, not what I would have guessed.
One kangaroo.
Look, it seems like there's a lot more to a kangaroo than I thought there was, so I was like, sure. 4? I don't know.
Gary on the stream says no rain in Springfield, Illinois.
Well, yeah, that's like really far away. It's not surprising.
Well, I titled the stream today, Let the Rain Fall Down.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that.
Yeah, I didn't see that either.
Jacob says you need to clip her saying kangaroo vagina and replay it randomly. Jacob,
you don't.
you're a
That-
sick,
That feels like harassment.
sick person.
I think we should maybe ban him.
You just can't say that kind of
Maybe
stuff.
just a quick timeout.
About Rach. No. Sick one's Jacob. Jacob's a
Outta here.
sick one. Everything's Jacob.
Andrew, you haven't swung the hammer in a few days. Does that feel better?
Yeah. Yeah, it's very like it's like getting a massage. It's very soothing.
And we all signed off on it too. That's got to
I'm like,
feel real good. Like I have everyone's full support.
They call that punitive.
Do they call that banning the tater twister?
What's it called when the president has absolute power?
Presidential immunity?
Pleural power or something. Plenary.
Plenary.
That's what it felt like,
Andrew's
banning
got
him.
plenary.
Felt like I had the super majority here.
Plenary chat power.
The kangaroo's got plenary vaginas.
Different word, but we get you.
You guys, there's a sentence I never thought. No one's.
It's a new sentence.
For real.
Yeah, no
has
one in
ever
human
said
history.
That. No one
Yeah.
in history has said kangaroos have plenary
Yeah,
vaginas.
it's a new sentence.
Unless they were from Benton, Illinois, and they thought that meant plenty. So, BioBalance. You can go see Dr. Kathy Maupin, and you can go just for like a beauty treatment. Not everything they do there is needles and Botox and chemical peels and things like that. They have lots of things that are a little gentler than that. They're always going to be honest with you and say like, okay, this is sort of like, get this done now, and in 10 days you go to the wedding, you're going to look like $1 million, it'll last about a month, or this is going to last you 5 months and XYZ. Dana, who's the injector, who I know very, very well, she's awesome. The guys met her on opening day. She's very conservative. She's very artistic. She'll straight up tell you, nope, we're not going to do that here because you're going to walk out looking like a clown. Right next door is where I get my pellets, where Trish gets her pellets, and where hundreds of DGS listeners over the years have received their testosterone pellets. It works great for me. I've had zero ill effects from it. If I did, I would tell you about it, but I haven't. For all things Dr. Maupin, who I absolutely love, go to biobalancehealth.com.
Around baseball, questions are being asked.
Why do they win so many one-run games? Why do they win games they shouldn't win?
Is this a rebuild, a reset, or something more?
You think this stuff would be happening?
A win? Burleson and Herrera developing fast enough to change everything in real time? When the day ends, the real conversation begins.
Bernie Miklasz, Matt Pauley, Kevin Wheeler hanging out with you talking cards.
Redbird Rush Hour, weekdays at 5. This is Cardinals talk that doesn't flinch. Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Well, the rainy weather, showers, storms have created slow going in certain areas. We have a crash there. We're working westbound 70. It's a Natural Bridge, the Cypress area right there at the west side of the airport. So traffic's backed up at 170 on westbound 70. After that, it's kind of slow west of TR Hughes through Highway K, west of A out through 61. Northbound 61 P up to W is kind of slow right now. Westbound 64 from the Science Center out to Clayton Skinkers, heavy. Spady to Ballas is off the pace, and then Lake St. Louis Boulevard out to 70 is congested. South 270 south of 364 Olive is the busiest part. Otherwise, it looks good down to 55. Southbound 55 south of M all the way down to 67. Again, just slow spots because of rain. Showers, 67 at Lee Powell Road. There's a crash. Heavier traffic from the Val Mines area all the way down to St. Francis State Park. 110 in Olympia Village, we had a crash. Northbound 255 before 64. The right lanes are blocked for a crash. It's jammed midway back to 15. Eastbound 64 from the Poplar to 70 slow and approaching 159. Westbound 5570 approaching 111 through 203 is heavy as well. I'm Roger Brand in the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Well, it's official. My friends have all switched to Pure Talk because I told them they could save a bunch of money on a super reliable high-speed network with unlimited data. And because they're my friends, they trust me. As for the rest of you, well, Pure Talk understands that even though you might like me, you're not just going to take my word for it, nor should you. For that reason, and for a very limited time, Pure Talk is offering any of their plans for just $15 a month
for the first 3 months, including their top-tier unlimited plan that normally sells for $65 a month. Think of it like a test drive, a super simple way to save $150 while you kick the tires on Pure Talk's blazing fast network, and a fine way to see for yourself why I switched from big wireless, along with a few 100,000 of my closest friends. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and be connected to Pure Talk's friendly U.S. customer service team. Again, dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and let the savings begin.
Don't miss Mosby Building Arts Home Improvement Shows Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on KMOX. One of the last call-in shows where you can get live answers to your remodeling, design, and construction questions. Tune in Saturdays at 11 a.m.
At Sandberg Phoenix, we're more than just a law firm. We're partners committed to you, your business, and your community. From family law to litigation, we're ready to serve. Visit SandbergPhoenix.com. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertising.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this rush hour ad to keep you calm, which could help your driving. And science says therapy is great for a healthy mindset. So enjoy this 14-second session on us. I think you've done everything right and absolutely nothing wrong. In fact, anything that hasn't gone your way could probably be blamed on your father not being emotionally available because his father wasn't emotionally available, and so on. And now that you're calm and healing, you're probably driving better too.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Paramount Men's Medical Center restores men's sex lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Paramount Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Paramount Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 314-720-8444. 314-720-8444. Take control of your sex life. Call now. 314-720-8444.
Tonight, it's City Soccer on KMOX. First up, Gen C's hosts a special soccer edition of Sports Open Line beginning at 6 from Energizer Park. Then, it's City SC facing Sporting KC. Pre-game 7:05, kick at 7:30. City Soccer on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Dave Murray's weather forecast is sponsored by Sandberg Phoenix Law Firm.
Welcome back, guys. DGS and KMOX 335. Dave Murray time brought to you by the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center. Hello, Dave.
Hello there.
How is Snowflake doing?
Snowflake is, Janice and I kind of hit bottom yesterday.
Yeah.
I think we're still pretty down there, but we're coming back a little. Snowflake is really struggling with this. Oh. You know, as a human, you knew it was coming. You could see it coming. You know, you put now, even though Snowflake was really extra care for Rain, she really took on the dominant dog, made sure she was okay, and all this on walks and whatever the case may be. She's just still looking around. It's like, well, wait a minute, I thought she just went to the hospital or the vet or something, and she's going to be back. It is one thing I did is I left Rain's feeding bowl out. It was all clean and everything, but they ate next to each other all the time. And today at breakfast, she went over and it was like, wait a minute, you didn't put anything in Rain's bowl. Oh. And she wouldn't eat. And so I picked the bowl up and then it was like, okay, now I'm going to eat now.
Wow.
So that bowl's up. That one's done.
Man, you really wonder. I mean, we're all dog lovers in the DGS, but you just really wonder what they know. I bet it's more than
they know way more than we think they do.
Yeah.
100%. Because every time we were in that situation, Dave, the ones that were part of the pack before, they changed. They were different. Their energy was different. And when we had a pack of 3, And we got down to the last one, and we're like, she's not doing well, so we got a puppy. And then she was like, "Hey, I got a friend again."
Yeah.
Like they definitely react to that. They know when it's different.
Yep. We have a play date scheduled tomorrow.
Nice.
So
Nice.
That'll be good.
That's nice.
One
Very
of our
nice.
buddies.
Yeah.
So what are we looking at, Dave, heading to the
You
weekend?
know, obviously there's been some of these pop thunderstorms and, as expected, really heavy rain. There's been some flash flooding even. Some places, North St. Louis picked up 1.5 inches of rain. And other places, I haven't had any rain at all. Right now, nothing around the immediate St. Louis area. There's a batch of thunderstorms. Let's say Festus, down in Jefferson County, Festus right along 55, and then westward to DeSoto and southward to Bonne Terre. That's the biggest cluster of thunderstorms right now. And that's really about it. They're good rainmakers. They're very efficient. They're really tapping the humidity. That'll be around these pop storms, heavy rain, lightning, thunder, up until about 8 o'clock. But again, a lot of us won't see anything. Tomorrow is an instant replay. A lot of dry time during the day for most of us, but the pop storms will fire up again. Afternoon, early evening. It's hot. It's humid. Again, heavy rainmakers where they hit, and thunder and lightning. It's not severe. It's not a severe weather setup. It's just kind of typical summertime in St. Louis. Friday night looks okay. Saturday and Sunday, sunshine, 93 each day. I'm going to keep that going Monday and Tuesday. There are some signs of temperatures in the 80s come Wednesday of next week. Also, check out the evening sky over the next couple of nights. Look west to see the crescent moon. Can't miss it. Most of us can't miss it. And then fairly close by is the bright planet Venus. Spectacular. Spectacular look.
Dave, will is it smoke from wildfires in Canada?
Yes.
Will that reach us and affect sunsets?
I don't think so. It's all north right now. It will depend on the weather pattern and how long the fires go. But there's also fires in Montana and through the Dakotas and over to Michigan.
Yeah.
That's caused. I mean, the Northeast is really socked in with stuff.
Yeah.
Visibility very, very poor. Right now, that's all staying away, mainly because our flow's from the south. So it's pushing it all. It's keeping it all up there.
How about out your way?
There's some fires. But what we're in, even though it's been quite warm the last couple of days, it's not a Santa Ana flow, and that's what really drives the fires out here.
Gotcha.
And don't ask me what warm is here.
No, I've learned. I've been there.
That's right.
I'm experienced. Rachel, want to do headlines or flashback or throwback?
Let's do Throwback Thursday.
Okay.
Because it's a good one today. July 16th, back in the day, 91 years ago, it was 1935, and Oklahoma City installed the very first parking meters. You know what I think? For downtown St. Louis, we just get rid of the parking meters.
Amen.
I think it would draw more people downtown.
Great idea.
It might be there's probably someone at City Hall listening going, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. We would lose out on so much revenue. But, I mean, if you come down here and there's no one else parked at the meter and you park and you get a ticket, it's going to make you go like, what? You should just be glad I'm down here patronizing the businesses and putting money into the local economy. I think it's something to think about.
It can't be that much revenue, can it?
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure we could look it up.
Oh, here you go. I did. Well, look at this. So downtown on-street parking meters in the city of St. Louis generate around $300,000 to $400,000 a year in total revenue.
Okay.
I think you could bring in way more than that
with more business.
Yeah.
Again, you'd need to have more things for people to come down to, but that for a big city budget doesn't sound like a lot of money to me. When you're talking how many millions a year, tens, hundreds of millions of dollars in a budget a year? What is their budget every year?
Don't know.
I'm going to look that up, too.
He's doing his own show.
All right, 75 years ago.
What I'm doing is I'm thinking out loud on the radio, which is a terrible idea.
75 years ago in 1951, The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger was first published.
Confession.
What's up?
Never read it.
Really?
Nope.
It
I
stinks.
thought it was like mandatory.
It stinks?
It stinks. I'm not a fan.
It didn't stink, but
what
it
if
wasn't.
Christopher Nolan made a...
Yeah.
Well, I had somebody tell me once that I hate what's the kid's name?
Holden Caulfield.
Holden Caulfield, thank you. Because I am Holden Caulfield, and that really upset me even more.
Well,
because that kid's a stupid jerk.
By the way, our budget is $1.4 billion.
Really?
I'm not sure that $300,000 or $400,000 is that big of a drop in the bucket.
I'm surprised it's that much.
That's what it says on the internet.
I read The Catcher in
Gotta
the
be
Rye
right, then.
on my own. We didn't read
Well,
that.
it is from the City of St. Louis website.
60 years ago in 1966, Eric Clapton, Jack Bruce, and Ginger Baker formed the band Cream. 54 years ago, 1972, Smokey Robinson gave his last concert with the Miracles.
Wow.
And kind of a sharp turn here. 47 years ago in 1979, Saddam Hussein took over as dictator of Iraq. I love what they choose for these.
Yes.
It's like Cream formed, The Catcher in the Rye. It's Saddam Hussein.
It would be more fun if they all had something in common.
I was just gonna say, it's like, and he did that because he was so sad about Smokey Robinson not performing with the group.
45
I have
years.
a number. Before you go on, I have a number for you. Just parking, the revenue of parking in Laguna Beach, annual.
Yeah.
What do you think it is?
Oh, I bet it's more than what I just said for St. Louis.
It is more.
40-ish.
So I would say,
dollars?
so you said we were like 300 to 400. I'm going to go 4 million.
Wow.
4 million.
I think you just screwed Dave Murray over.
I'll say one
No,
point.
he's looking at me like it's low.
I'll say one
It
point.
is low.
Really?
9.7 million a year.
Wow.
Parking revenue.
Wow. Well, that's what's
St.
happening when
Louis
you
is
have an
missing
ocean,
out
right?
on something.
How much? How much?
Yeah.
How much is that
that's
ocean
true.
front? Is that a
Is
lot
that-
of ocean front?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is that just because it costs like $40 to park everywhere, or
It
is
costs,
there?
the meter. I think if you hit a meter, it's like $8 an hour, something like that.
Whoa.
Oof.
And there's a lot of
Sounds like
meters,
a lot.
and they want to put more up.
I wonder why.
Well, because
Raking in bank.
we have 6 million tourists. a year,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
why.
I feel 1 billion years old, but for a big part of my life, it was like a quarter for an hour.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
We could
Yeah,
rebrand the
and
city.
you always carry change. It's like a quarter. Boom.
We could rebrand the city with that, though. We could hang like a banner from the arch and be like, "No parking no paying to park downtown. It's free to park downtown."
About time that arch pulled its weight.
Yeah, I heard. You know what I heard? It's just a belly button ring of.
That's all it
Yeah,
is.
just hanging over the city.
40 years ago in 1986, Dollywood opened in Tennessee. Anybody been to that?
Nope.
I've not, and it's not my cup of tea, but I've heard really impressive things.
Same
about it.
thing.
I'm sure it's very fun. I can't really envision myself making it there for whatever reason. But if it were easy to go, sure.
Yeah.
Why not? 38 years ago in 1988, Michael J. Fox and Tracy Pollan were married. She played his girlfriend, Ellen, on Family Ties. 33 years ago, Free Willy was released. Man, that
Never
was a
saw
big
it.
one in my childhood.
Never saw it.
It's about a
Was
whale.
that the movie was released or Free Willy was released?
Does he get away?
Don't remember.
I don't remember either.
I think
but
they free him.
I think so. Yeah, I think they do free him.
Yeah, I think they free him. 27 years ago, 1999, John F. Kennedy Jr. and his wife Carolyn and her sister Lauren Bessett died when John John's single-engine plane crashed into the ocean near Martha's Vineyard, Massachusetts.
It sounded like a situation where he was just completely underqualified for what happened. Yeah.
Yeah, because 2 years later, the Kennedy family agreed to pay the Bessetts $15 million because of their daughter's death.
Yeah, I don't think he was supposed to be flying at that time of evening.
Yeah, I remember my family was on vacation when that happened, and we didn't ever buy magazines and stuff like that. But my mom had to get like the copies about John because her and my grandma just always loved him.
Handsome man.
I mean, it was very sad. We were all very sad when that happened.
Yeah.
22 years ago in 2004, I, Robot was released, starring Will Smith. You guys, he's been trying to warn us about this AI stuff for over 20 years.
Yeah. They got those robots that look like that now.
And finally, 21 years ago in 2005, the sixth book of the Harry Potter series, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, was released. It sold 6.9 million copies on its first day.
Thank you, Dave.
All righty.
Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Well, they're still working with a crash on westbound 70 at Natural Bridge, Cypress area, right there at the west end of the airport. So westbound 70 has a jam from basically 170 out to that, so maybe the east terminal now. It's a little bit better, but still a jam through there. After that, it's just kind of busy from A to Z. Northbound 61 south of P up to Highway W. That's slow. Westbound 64, busy in pockets from Kings Highway headed out through McCausland, a little slow at Ballast. It's backed up into spots from Lake St. Louis Boulevard on out to Highway 70. South 270 past to Olive, just a little busy, a little slow at 44. And Sappington down to 55 is heavy. Southbound 55, stop and go pockets from M, most of the way down to Z, but there's slow stuff all the way down to 67. Southbound 67, you got delays coming down through that area past Meyer Road. I believe we had a crash there earlier, and we also had one reported at Lee Pyle Road. On the Illinois side, eastbound 64 backs up really from almost the ballpark over to a crash near Barack Obama Avenue. It's backed up again east of 157 to 159. Northbound 255 midway up from 15 to 64. Those 64 through lanes blocked. We had a crash there in the construction zone. And westbound 5570 east of 111 to 203 is heavy. I'm Roger Brand at the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Brought to you by Duke's Real Mayo.
This is the Duke's Country Song. It's a song about award-winning chefs, yes, chef, and why they choose Duke's Mayo. Get Duke's Mayo in store. It's got twang.
It's 3:48. This time check is brought to you by Paramount Men's Medical Center.
There's an old joke about Uncle Sam's new tax short form. The first line says, "How much did you make?" The next line says, "Send it in." Really, not that funny, but that's what a lot of people do in retirement. They take money out of their 401k or IRA and end up sending it in when they pay taxes. Steve All of the All Financial Group invites you to take their tax challenge. What if your current plan included thousands of dollars in unnecessary taxes and fees? Or maybe higher Medicare premiums or a lower Social Security check? What if the savings you realized could allow you to retire early? Wouldn't you want to know about that right now? Take the All Financial Group Tax Challenge and find out. There's no charge. Call Steve today at 636-230-8824. That's 636-230-8824 or online at yourmoneymattersstl.com.
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Steve All, NPN number 153-07419.
And Doug.
Hot dog! Get your hot dog!
Customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
Hey, what are you doing?
I like your method. Direct. To the point. A little loud, but...
Listen, people don't buy car insurance the same way they do hot dogs.
Not yet, but both are customizable.
Popcorn! Get your popcorn!
Hey, this is a hot dog area.
And customize and save area. Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty. After a disaster, emotional recovery takes time. Show Me Hope Missouri is here for you with free confidential support. Counselors help with stress, coping skills, and connect to resources. If the St. Louis tornado impacted you, visit moshowmehope.org from Missouri Department of Mental Health.
Let me tell you something about insurance. When you sign your insurance policy, for some brokers, that's the finish line. Handshake, commission, done. Then you may not hear from them again until it's time for renewal. But your business runs all year, so do the gaps and the risk. So go to supersure.com. If your company has more than 25 employees, whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex to just go buy a policy online. Supersure is the super agency built for you, licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you and your team. At supersure.com, you can access tools like fine print facts. It'll translate your current policy into plain English so you see what's covered and what's not. Plus a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth so you know what actually needs protecting. Go to supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all your policies in one place. Supersure.com. That's supersure.com. Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Our firm handles hundreds of crash cases involving semi-trucks every year. A crash case involving semis is much different, and if you don't know what you're doing, you can leave lots of money on the table. Many times there is separate insurance for the cab and for the trailer. Sometimes there are actually layers of other insurances and excess insurance that some lawyers may not know about because they don't see that many cases. We see these cases every day. Also, there are federal laws governing the hours a driver may drive in a 24-hour period and logs that are required. A crash case involving a semi-truck is a totally different animal than a simple car crash. We have lawyers who only handle these cases. It's all they do. Rolling the dice with the wrong law firm can be disastrous. Call us on your cell phone at Pound Law, pound 529. It's so easy. Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Broadcasting from the Scott Credit Union Studio, 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Welcome back, DGS 352. Did you guys see that the Secret Service is spilling the tea on J.D. Vance and his family?
Oh, no.
What are they saying?
You're gonna love it. Evidently, he and his wife are the worst they've ever protected. They're constantly changing plans.
Oh.
And the people who are leaking this said, this costs a lot of money. Like every time we have to delay something or change the route or whatever, and they're just terrible about it. But get this. I can't tell, and I've looked into this, I can't tell whether it happened, but there's a big story out there now that J.D. Vance formally requested Marine 2, which is his helicopter, to fly his 8-year-old to soccer practice.
Come on, man.
Swear to God. And the people were so, off-put by it that they put it out there to different reporters, this guy's out of control.
And so this is why we're doing leak investigations?
Yes.
Because you don't want to be outed for using public funds to put your kid at soccer practice?
Marine 2 to take his elementary-age kid to soccer practice.
What kind of a twit do you need to be to think that's a good idea?
I think you used the wrong vowel.
I mean, try to use the one that wouldn't get me in trouble.
I mean, it'd be pretty cool for the kid, though, right? That's some
for sure.
That's some Richie
there
Rich
are a lot
stuff.
of kids that would think a lot of things are cool that famous people's kids get to do, but it doesn't mean it makes any sense on our dime.
Man, that's fascinating that you could
Get him a limo, man.
That's fascinating that you could grow up in Appalachia.
Yeah, he's such a regular person, guys.
Right, and it's like, I'm one of you. I'm a normal person.
I'm just a hillbilly.
Pretty crazy.
But I got Marine 2 now, so suck it, losers.
I always think about a tweet I saw that said, you listen to J.D. Vance talk for long enough and you start to understand why his mom tried to trade him for some Percocets.
Oh, jeez.
Which is horrible, but I mean,
one step too far.
It always makes me laugh.
Today.
It always makes me laugh.
You are having a legitimate day.
I tried to watch Hillbilly Elegy because it was on Netflix. I couldn't get in. I mean, maybe I would enjoy the memoir a little more.
It's bad. I tried to read it in 2017 when it was the big book.
Yeah,
and it's bad.
Well,
it's awful.
Glenn Close is the mother-in-law.
Yes. Something. Yeah.
I just that took me right out of it. I'm like, she's not from Appalachia.
Yeah,
get out of here.
I want to share with my friends out there who have the genetic marker for Alzheimer's, as I do, and you worry about it, or maybe it's just in your family. Check out a drug called TRONTINEMAB, Trontine Mab. And I read about it today. It is in phase 3 of clinical trials, which is the last phase. So it could be available to us in the next year or two. But it is an infusion that is administered once a month. I don't love that. But for people like us who could very well get the disease or maybe have early onset, it stops it in its tracks and you don't have symptoms. So you basically don't get Alzheimer's. So that's pretty amazing. And so every time I'm doing my show prep and I see something like new drug or here's the vitamin to take or the one exercise that blah, this is the first one I've seen. And I'm going to check with my doctor, see what he thinks about it. But it could really, really give hope to people like us. So check it out. Tell you guys about Universal Windows Direct. You can go to universalwindowsdirect.com, of course, and you can look at our windows. You can see, well, what makes them so special. They're easy to clean. They're easy to maintain. If anything ever goes wrong with that window, you need to replace it. We're going to do that at no charge to you. You have a lifetime guarantee, a lifetime warranty, a 20-year warranty to pass on to someone if you decide to sell your house. They always give you guys in the DGS a great deal. Right now, it is buy 4 windows, get 4 for free, plus 48 months, 0% interest, same as cash. These guys have been really good to me. I really like them. So if you're going to get, pardon me, a number of bids, just get one from Universal. 314-334-2522, universalwindowsdirect.com.
Hi, I'm Michelle from Bethesda. You've probably heard me talk with Dave on the air about Bethesda. But did you know we have 7 independent living communities in the St. Louis area? Oakville, North County, Kirkwood, Webster Groves, and Clayton. We offer a variety of apartment sizes and amenities. Our experienced team would love to show you how easy it is to join the Bethesda family. Go to BethesdaHealth.org and click Contact Us near the top of the page. We'll take it from there.
You know, most sellers put their home on the market and they just wait to see what happens. Well, I'm Kevin Wheeler, and I'm here with Gloria Liu with Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. And Gloria, is there a better way to sell?
There is. Instead of listing your home the traditional way and hoping for the right buyer, I can get you up to 8 competitive cash offers right from the start. That means you're not guessing